blessing us in. It's going to be Sin v A.B.A. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and these are two characters that got significantly changed in the most recent patch as well. It feels like I talk about the most recent patch every single time I'm on here, to be honest, but A.B.A, a very interesting character now, in a much better position than she was the last, than before the patch, I believe is the overall consensus. Meanwhile, perfect coming out from Timberly, holy moly.
I mean, that's the thing, Squid. Like, any character, I don't care what the patch notes say, there's a way you can two-touch if you know how to convert, and that's what Timberly was doing right there. Kirby looking pretty hot. Going to be sending you through. A little low in the stamina, but we're building up that tension. We're cashing out. We got to keep it a little honest outside of those Roman cancels. So Timberly feeling pretty good, spending that burst. Going to try to get this round out.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, even if Timberly drops this round, still has another round to work with, and we can already see Kirby in a very good spot. Tyrant Barrel, unfortunately, done a little too late to pick up, but able to get the back throw. So, all good overall. Timberly just a little bit behind on the burst economy as we start this final round.
Kirby, we do got that burst, but no stamina. That's the price you pay to get that positive bonus. The 50 tension. Gonna turn that one into another attempt. There we go. I love that. Maybe you drop a combo in the last round, but then you get another chance at it. You get it. You pick it up in the next round. Always beautiful to see. We bait this burst. No, Timberly weaves it in. And we got 50 tension, and we're summoning the doors. We're looking good.
Yeah, and this is where Timberly is a massive threat. Kirby just choosing to give up first, try and reset to neutral, and immediately with the low, closing things out. Kirby looking a little shaky at the start, but able to bring it all together and take the first game.
I'll be playing against A.B.A. Squid. She be getting me shaked up, man. I don't know. That's definitely the character that gets you shaked up. And reminder, it is your first game of the night. It is the first game of the VOD, most likely. So, I mean, we're still getting, we're still getting those nerves out, my friend.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
All right, already with the low to start things off. Kirby keeping Timberly in the corner, using the RC so that way he stays safe. Timberly finally able to start moving.
Trying to get around. We're getting kind of aggressive with it at that point. We're using blue wall assault just as a forward momentum.
Movement
and that burst on his back.
Yeah, and this is just sort of the struggle that A.B.A has. Even though you're in the Jealous Rage and you have all that movement speed in there, like you only get it for such a short amount of time before you're forced back into your default stance. And you can see right there Kirby getting the full cash out. The RTL not going to be able to touch before the burst comes out, but Timberly unable to make anything happen with such a late burst.
Definitely a confident burst. We were still low on the JR, low on the tension, but Timberly definitely felt like the hero there, but not today. Kirby looking pretty hot here. We're up that game. We're up this round. We're trying to find that gap, and we do so with the DP, trying to keep this A.B.A back, but you can't block forever. You get a little antsy, you start pressing, you get counter hit for it. Timberly trying to get that key grab, but Kirby fighting out here.
Timberly probably getting sent through the wall right here. Yeah, Kirby getting the wall splat and the follow-up for the break. Timberly, though, does have a little bit of Jealous Gauge to work with should they so choose to go into the Jealous Rage mode just like there after a good combo starter. But Kirby getting the follow-up hit. Goes overhead this time. It is not looking great for Timberly. Kirby secures that second game.
And it got a little spaghetti there for a second, Squid. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It was flowing out of our pockets, but we were able to show that we were able to get the route eventually there.
Absolutely. I thought that you were saying that spaghetti was coming out of me. Yeah. No.
No, it's just out of our pockets. It's on the floor. It's everywhere. But it's okay. It's okay. We're still up 2 games, you know? You take those.
Absolutely, yeah. But you can never count out an A.B.A at all.
Duel
Like,
1.
we can see this become a 2-2 set pretty darn quickly.
I mean, for sure. I mean, Kimberly's doing good stuff. I mean, I like those 2S anti-airs that we've been seeing. When we do get that JR, we're routing pretty well. We've got some frame traps built in. But Kirby's the one showing us some good stuff, man. We got that Tyrant Wave right through.
Yeah, good punish on the bad special. And Timberly now back against the wall, has to guess for their life. It just opts to use burst, so that way they don't have to guess anymore. But Kirby immediately recloses the distance. Ooh. What was that? I think Kirby was aura farming there a little bit.
Yeah, no, Timberly was starting to aura farm right back, but it's going to be that reversal super that Kirby had ready in that back pocket. Sending it off, securing the round, putting themselves on set point. You got this full stamina to start the round. Timberly trying to be aggressive here, but unfortunately didn't get the key grab off of that route. Betting the wild assault for it. Kirby looking pretty good, DPing out of the corner.
Yeah. This is just the power of Sin right here, just able to convert from so far away thanks to the flagpole. RTL comes out, going to get the hard knockdown in addition to the positive bonus, and now Kirby. Very, very well done from Kirby so far. Again! Oh.
Yeah, we're just not finishing our food, man. We're just staying a little hungry out here. You think that with the character with the special cancel eat would finish their food, but not today. Kimberly getting a lot of second chances here. Gonna get that Danzai weird hit there with the DP through. Able to get the doors out regardless. We got this overhead for the mix. Kirby into the wall, still alive.
Yeah, but it's one touch now for either player now. Timberly finds it first, and Kirby selling the round there. Oh no!
Unfortunate stuff, man. It's those wall techs. You know, 2 in a row in 1 round, man. Yeah, you gotta give up that game at that point. But we're gonna see if we can keep this set. Keep it at 3-0. We're gonna try our best. Sweet spot Tyrant Barrel. Look at the red. Timberly, you got one more chance here.
I like the idea with the FD, just Kirby so ready to punish immediately afterwards, and this time, just closing the door.
This one, Squid. I willed it into existence, talking about the cool characters coming in. This is cool. This is a cool matchup, too. I love seeing this one. Dizzy, HC, battle of the zoners. Of course, Dizzy got some love in that recent patch. HC maybe didn't get as much diss love as we were hoping. So we're going to see how this one unfolds. Pushigoh trying to push back this Willie here. We got that curse applied. We're getting these shots in, but this Dizzy got you down. Those wings are applied.
Yeah, and this is where Dizzy really likes to eat right here, already forcing the Happy Chaos into the corner. The overdrive, not enough to kill just yet, and yeah, like you were saying, Happy Chaos didn't really receive a lot of like the hatred like we were thinking he was getting. As a matter of fact, he kind of got indirectly buffed thanks to the YRC universal changes. So, you know, the character is still alive and well. Happy Chaos's death has been over-exaggerated, if you ask a lot of people who were hoping that Happy Chaos would be found dead in some ditch somewhere. And we can also see one of the changes as well just sort of make its appearance there really quickly. Scapegoat now functioning effectively as a wall, so if you're able to position it just right, you basically make your own corner.
Yeah, so it's such a weird matchup in that, right? You have to get in as that HC, set up that wall, and then keep that Dizzy from being able to backdash away, because she's trying to do some interesting stuff with those ice spears that are very active nowadays. She's trying to get you with those active slash and almost that far slash, that 2S. So she's definitely got some love in here. I mean, Pushigoh showing us some cool tricks as well. Getting those double fish applied, trying to keep that HC grounded. But hey, just a simple press of the button saying, get off me, is all you need. Willie evening up the rounds here. The burst coming out first for Willie's side.
Absolutely, and yeah, this has been 2 players who are scratching and clawing for damage right now. Willie getting the combat roll, but Pushigoh ready on the burst. Ice Field kind of messing up the combo a little bit, but the gun flip going to catch their Deus Ex Machina for the wall break. Pushigoh, what's the wake-up option here?
Pretty patient. Doesn't just slam that YRC right away. Probably scared of Willie, giving some respect away at least. That Willie may have been looking for it. The simple here on Willie's side, the 2K2Bs can't get a pickup here. It looks like that was a whiff throw on Pushigo's side. Willie able to finish their food, closing it out. Had all that tension in the back pocket as well. So where was our oysters about how we were going to do it? I like what Pushigo was doing there. Some cool stuff on the Dizzy. And also Squid, a little bit of a tangent. Dizzy got no bad colors, right? I think that's color, what is that, color 10? I don't know. But man, she got no bad colors. Don't they all look so good?
I actually I'd have to double check the dust loop real quick. I'll be real. But yeah, I'm pretty sure from every color that I've seen from Dizzy, like they are all fire.
And this may be one of the first ones I've seen, at least in terms of like me commentating a match. My first time seeing this one. So Pushigo bringing out the blonde princess here. Willie being a little mean, throwing down this queen of Illyria here.
First already taken off the table for Pushigo, able to start a little bit of offense, interrupting the lava dart. Willie on point right now. Not dead yet though.
Got that tension. Oh, the BRC is going to let you see that YRC that already got started up by Pushigo. So Willie just simple bait right there, just held down back, kept it simple. But showing how strong that 2D is. This character, Dizzy, man, she got a juice 2D. Comboing off that ice floor, taking this Happy Chaos to the wall, tick throwing you, sliding in the momentum to get the throw after the sliding 2P. Crazy routing here from Pushigo.
Yeah, good combat roll once again. Willie very low on life, but the Happy Chaos Vortex starting right now. Keeping Pushigo in the corner. Tapped us a little too far. Just trying to make Pushigo blink. Goes low this time. Now goes overhead this time. The big counter hit. It'll get burst though.
That was a weird one right there, Squid. Willie able to get that shot out despite that flame spear in front of us, that flame wall. I mean, not flame, ice, excuse me. Wrong element there. My apologies. Of course, Dizzy trying to get you with that ice spear. Recently buffed, very active, but Willie out of range, able to get that shot, closing it out. Up 2-0. Looking pretty strong on that HC. But these rounds, they're looking kind of strong on that Dizzy side when she gets things cooking, when we get that wings applied. So I like what we're seeing. Got some more games in store.
Absolutely, yeah, and Pushigo has been playing very well so far. Just Willie able to eke out the little advantages just like that, making Pushigo blink a little bit with the tap dust that's too far to connect. Now, Willie with a super focus, Pushigo just trying to inch their way in.
But I mean, I think it's the second time this round that Willie has gone completely out of focus, despite that focus super as well. So those resources on the side of his HC been a little unstable. Pushigo, however, just keeping it simple with those flame spears and with the JDs not having the resource to have to get that zoning applied. We got this HC in the corner. The 2K is going to be the mix, but not enough to kill. Couldn't convert into the super because we were already in the flame spear animation. Needs one more hit to close it out. At this point, it could be Chip, but the 2S from Willie, we're getting in there.
Yeah, and this time with the mix as well, using the stomp, but Pushigo just uses the overdrive. Catches Willie trying to approach, and now Pushigo looking to try and at least put a game on the board, but the combat roll to go through, and this time get corner advantage as well. This time the tap does connect, but this time cannot pick up the combo. Willie out of bullets, out of focus. This is Pushigo's best opportunity to make something happen.
That flame spear in the corner. We got the ice on the ground. Whoa, I love that mix right there. Catching Willie with that backdash BRC. Was ready with the burst though to keep this Dizzy off of. With all that tension, we just need a good hit into RC. At this point, Chip could threaten the deal. Willie just needs a good hit here. No bullets in the chamber, but gets it with the low, with the 2D. Canceling right away. Puts ourselves on set point here against Pushigoh.
Yeah, Pushigoh, though, with the round start, immediately goes for the Wings of Light. So if we stay on the screen long enough and then Pushigoh can keep this block string up long enough, there it goes. Wings have popped. There goes all the health. Pushigoh stays alive.
Ooh, with the perfect 2, that was stylish. This character, I mean, I don't know. It can just be as simple as just a knockdown into the wings and then a block string, but it just looks so cool. I don't know what to say. It looks so sick. So strong stuff there, Pushigoh. Getting that game 3. I mean, the rounds have felt that way. I don't know if it's necessarily gone to the last round every time off the top of my head, but like the games have felt pretty close. They felt like strong either way games. So not surprised to see Pushigoh getting one here in the latter half of things. Maybe we can keep it going.
Duel 1.
Yeah, I mean, Pushigoh, I believe that it's just been 1 or 2 things that Willie has been able to get away with. But Pushigoh now trying to string everything together. We've got Wings of Light ready to pop out. Just good block string so far. Willie this time just opting for the throw to dissipate the wings. And good YRC bait. Now Pushigoh forced to burst out.
Looking with the gunshot too, using that wall assault to get in. 5D is going to be the mix. Can combo with the gunshot, and because he didn't have to spend it on the RC, was ready with the Deus Ex as well. Putting Pushigoh in a guess for game situation. Catching the backdash with the delay close slash. Cool stuff there from Willie. Putting ourselves back there on that set point. Much more confident in this game than the others.
Yeah. And now Pushigoh again getting the forced on the defensive. Burst is slowly coming back on their side, but here comes a Deus Ex Machina and the Happy Chaos Vortex in progress right now. Can Pushigoh break 3? Just goes for a back throw.
I mean, that's a brave one. It can be as simple as just going for the delay attack and then it turns into the back throw. And that second one is just a mental damage throw, you know, feeling pretty good about yourself. Got that wings applied. Send me that backdash BRC to get yourself out of the meaty. Looking really strong here against Willie, who got their focus back in the hit stun. Has the ammo, has the tension to fight back with to close out this round. But Pushigoh does have that burst.
100 meter, uses a PRC, waits for the burst, doesn't come out, but Pushigoh should have the combo. No, just barely not. Willie, 1 pixel left. The Protec.
That tech was insane. With one more hit.
Jumps over the Robin Dart, but Pushigoh with the air throw stays alive.
Wow, awesome counter hit across the round. Pushigoh's going to net burst right away. Feeling pretty good about themselves right here, but Willie still does have that burst advantage. Still on that set point, the 5D is the mix. Keeping that combo simple, letting that focus build back up. We have the tension to back ourselves up here as well. Using those 5Ds shots as the primary tool of action. Going to Deus Ex, Pushigoh not in a great spot here, Squid.
Ear Guts definitely saving Pushigoh at this point, although you are 1 mix-up away from dying. Good backdash, but Willie uses the BRC to chase down. Willie takes the game. It is a 3-1 in his favor. On Anji? Oh my god, it is!
That's crazy. I got nothing else to say other than that's crazy. Hiho is a presser of buttons on a couple characters. Never seen him press buttons on Anji, but I mean, I don't know. He can figure it out. If you can spin, you can win. Goldburst already ready to throw those spins, however. Throw you quite a bit, maybe a little too much, showing a little too much love out here with those throws. Very active with those JPs. We are slamming that JP button, but it pays off. We get a perfect right there, Squid.
Yeah, and yes, the names are right. Yeah, Hiho. This is Hiho's R code from yesterday. And yeah, GeneralGoldburst has already shown that they are willing to just go for those wild throws. Hiho trying to apply the Anji pressure as it is right now. GeneralGoldburst being very evasive right now, but Hiho finally getting the low, already bringing it to the corner right now. Not ready for the tap dust, and Hiho sending us through the wall.
Oh man, this General is charging the front lines right now, Squid, but we're getting bursted back. We're trying to fight it out. Oh my God, that was mixed right there. Bandit Bringer PRC. Oh my Lord, that 5D hits you too. Yo, Goldburst kind of nasty with that one.
Absolutely, and Hiho's got to be careful because General does have burst to work with. Although General finds the hit, you don't have to bait it out. Hiho doesn't have burst to use. But General secure the kill.
Squid,
Goes
that
up again.
combo, I'm not a soul player. I'm not even a good gear player, but that combo was unnecessary right there.
It was
Goldburst
absolutely
doing
unnecessary.
that wild assault. That was, I don't know. I'm not a soul player. I don't know. But
Okay,
that was a funny way to end the first game. Hiho saying, "Hey, I know what I need to win, and it includes Anji. We're bringing in the game too."
I am going to have to talk with Hiho here once we're done with this because I need to know, did Ooey Gooey put him up to this? Did someone from our team say like, hey, I'll give you $10 for Wingstop if you play Anji tonight?
I have no idea. I mean, I know that we play a little bit of that Slayer, we play a little bit of that Ramathal, but I didn't know we played that Anji, so here we are. And we're spinning the win out here, dodging that Bringer, and still getting the counter hit despite the PRC to try to keep it safe. Man, we got combos! Hiho, holy moly,
This
looking
is
good with all
definitely
that.
not an Anji on a whim. This is definitely a developed character at this point. And yeah, Hiho. Okay, I see you, Hiho.
God damn. I know Hiho fixing the hat in between rounds right there. Hell yeah.
Oh. Not close enough for the DP, and Hiho. General is not bursting at all. Hiho just breaking the wall down. General needs to be really careful. Just sends another DP though.
General said if I use my burst now, I won't have it for the next game. But no, decides to spend it. Gonna go ahead and throw that gun flame as well as a preemptive measure against that Rekka in. Hiho taking a lot of damage here, doesn't get wall broken yet. In fact, spends the burst, feeling pretty good about the Nagiho red RC situation. Goldburst gets a good throw situation, tries to get another, but Hiho is ready with the back throw to finish his food, close off that game. Good stuff.
And one of my best phrases, we have turned a best of 5 into a best of 3, or rather one of my favorite phrases to say in this game. Both of our players splitting the first 2 games. Yeah, we're just readying right back up.
Okay, Dan, so I'll take everything back. That if I sounded negative at all towards the Anji, I didn't mean to, but I'm just going to get ahead of that. If I sounded that way, I take it back. Definitely was looking really good there against the General. Of all players, the General, and you're pulling out the Anji, that's crazy, Hiho.
It might be a matchup thing for Hiho. Like, I don't know if this is a player-specific pick, but I would imagine this is definitely more a matchup thing, as we can already see General already got burst out of Hiho, gets another solid hit. We're bouncing the man like a ping pong ball against the wall. Can't find the kill, though.
General trying to finish their food. The PRC going to throw you across the screen. We're so preemptive with that gun flame. Definitely showing you how that projectile preemptive can be pretty good against approaching opponents. And Hiho is just looking for an opportunity to get that spin in. This time getting a nice counter hit 2S to get on top of this soul. The General finding a gap, gets that DP.
Yeah, the Air Bandit Bringer's going to bring down Hiho. And again, Air Bandit Bringer this time gets spun. Hiho now giving up burst, trying to establish screen control. No, General just jumps in. We get the back throw.
Ooh, nice catch from the revolver. Goldburst on top of you with that red RC, trying to shimmy a bit as well, but Hiho, I mean, I gotta tell you, Hiho is such a good player at delay teching, so very hard player to throw in general, but also not falling for the shimmies. They're getting these overheads, linking to the bird, but 2+ doesn't get the throw.
And now General looking for the chip out. Instead, the Bandit Bringer doing its job. General looking to take this game against Hiho. But the question is Hiho gonna stick it out with the Anji?
It's crazy. If Hiho does, that's crazy. I mean, that's the thing. You got 2 hours, right? Hiho probably already up. I think you already said that Hiho was already up 1-0, so probably feeling pretty good about his placement here. But no, does pull out the Millia. Was able to show off some of that Anji. I mean, here's the thing about Hiho. My man has fun playing the game, right? So, hey, I want to try out Anji for a couple games. He's going to do it. Now, hey, we got to win. You got to lock in for that Matcherino buffs. So we swap to the Millia. We're going to go into game time here.
Yeah, and this is going to be a much faster pace than Anji was. If you thought that the Anji games ended quick, I mean, you got to keep your eyes out for how Hiho plays. As we can already see, a lot of health already gone off of the side of General. Positive bonus starting to tick away for Hiho. Good block on the disc setup.
Goldburst holding on to the burst, ironically here. Gonna hold it on to the next round. Getting too low there, probably saying, hey, not a great chance to spend it. I'm gonna keep it for the next opportunity here. So Hiho getting that round, trying to get a game here on the board. Of course, reminder, Goldburst does have the lead here, so we can be patient to kind of figure out this Millia.
Yeah, this is definitely going to have to be a data round more for GeneralGoldburst at this point, as Hiho really testing what this player may know. There's a good neutral throw, good block on the TK. Bad Moon, just a weird counter hit trade, gives General a little bit of space, but the air throw not enough to kill.
Gonna be the Bad Moon though, the run up Bad Moon with no tension behind it. Hiho with the Hail Mary right there, saying though, you know, hit him with the why not.
Absolutely, and now it is time. Game 5 situation, our first one tonight.
Here we go, Kafka. Which Kafka is this? Is this the MiHoYo Kafka? Is this one of the Celeron hunters?
Yeah, that's Kafka with an E, right?
Duel 1.
Or is that Kafka with an A? That's Kafka. I mean, that most likely, yeah, Honkai Star Rail right there. We can already see. We're not hunting for Stellarons right now, we're hunting for life bars.
Really good, Hiho. Getting in with that JS to jail down this Goldburst here, but Goldburst getting that next hit with the RC to line it up. Gets the burst from Hiho, but now Goldburst on, you know, again, on burst of our own. I mean, apparently we only spend gold burst if it is gold.
Oh! And Hiho gets the TK Bad Moon, RC's up for the kill. GeneralGoldburst. I mean, I'll say it, you know, the held burst really weighs on you as a player because you have to keep that constantly in mind, but in general, it might be a double-edged sword at this point. As we can see, Hiho now one touch away. General finally using the burst, but it's on a deflect shield.
General deflect shield? We got a double agent out here? General deflect shield hit by Madam Winger. That is crazy. That is crazy. I thought we were talking about GeneralGoldburst out here, but we were just hit with
both on their signature characters. No funny business right now.
No, we're sweating out here. We're sweat lords out here. If you're playing Strive right now in September of 2025, you are a sweat. Lakey and Wild, definitely some sweats here on their respective characters, and we got a nice 5D tether combo to close out this first round. If you blinked, you missed it.
Yeah, the side swap Yozansen there to really just open things up. Very strong first round for Lakey. Wild. I know that he probably just got off of work right now. It's good to see him still fighting the good fight, all right? Playing a little bit of strike throw. Lakey finally giving up the burst though. Wild. Patiently so far, but getting opened up.
Finally catches you with that RC after he goes on, and enough to deal a lot of damage, not enough to kill. And Wild still in a pretty decent spot. I mean, we got the burst, we have 100 tension. We are waiting to use it at the threat of Lakey trying to bait it. And to be fair, Lakey could have routed with that 100 tension to put us in a checkmate scenario, but Wild not even, you know, forcing it out, right? Holding that burst, saying, hey, look, you got me. I'm going to put this mental power into the next one. I'm going to keep it a buck, man. I like both these players. I'm going to call it out. That was a very quick game. So Wild right there saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to make sure my hands on the controller. I'm going to be looking at the screen. I got to make some slight changes right here, and I need to make Lakey work for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, just Wild missing the chance to burst. I mean, I think Lakey might have just gotten the tension for the super there at the very end to make that unburstable, but as we head into game 2 right now, once again, Wild on the back foot, but able to get a solid conversion. No burst on Lakey's side. We're going through the wall.
Wild from the back foot to the front foot, looking good here. Of course, Lakey does have that burst built up. You can use it on maybe a deflection or on a wall assault as well. It doesn't have to necessarily be defensive like that. Now, Wild with no defensive, no burst rather, going to have to be stuck here in this combo. Lakey finishing you off with that 6H, and that was looking like a good round 2 for Wild, but Lakey bringing it back.
Yeah, all starting from the wake-up parry option. Lakey not afraid to represent it at any point in the game, and already starting this round the way that it left off. Wild finally giving up burst. Now we're back in the neutral game. But the side swap goes Onsen once again.
Yeah, neutral long enough for me to force my offense on you. Close slash counter hit comes out for Wild. And we're lining this one up for the wall pressure, not the wall break, however. And Lakey gets caught with that frame trap. You got to be careful pressing into that dog kick. Now you're still in a decent spot. That's only a soft knockdown. You got 100 tension, but you're gonna take it to the grave. Wild counter hitting you in the air, finishing this food. Man, awesome round right there. And you needed to do that because Lakey was ready with the tension.
Yeah. Just like that, we're in a last round situation. A little quick stare down from both players as Wild probably guessing that Lakey was going to try and parry there, waiting for it. But Lakey having the tether combo all ready to go. BRCs for the instant aerial Zonson. Wild getting bounced around. And we're going through the wall yet again.
This time we got tension to fight with. Oh, wow, I love that 6P there on the other side. Hard calling out that flip kick, and it's going to be Lakey getting game 2 with this overdrive. Great stuff. Not dropping that combo, keeping it simple. And again, a hard call out there on the defense with that reverse 6P, with the, with the 4P, I like to call it sometimes. Potentially a jab if it was the same side, or doing the 6P behind you if it, of course, was the cross-up overhead, which it was. So strong stuff there. Lakey up 2 games, trying to get one more here. And man, if you're 3-0 Wild, and Wild was the only other person there so far, at least fighting you in contention on the standings, and you're looking pretty good, pretty set for this bracket. But of course, the set isn't over yet.
Definitely not. Wild.
Duel 1.
Well, it's time to see how good's your internet connection for this download. Are you running on fiber or are you running on dial-up?
Yeah, if you're on dial-up, is your grandma going to call in the middle, and then you got to start over? If you ain't got no time, you start over, homie. This is game 3 here.
Definitely not.
Anti-air.
Absolute sick anti-air. Wild, already down to half health. Just sends the gold burst, but gets parried. Again.
Wow, with so much tension here, those squids.
Yeah. Again, a big anti-air, although the drop, we're using reversal super just to get a little bit of space. And Wild, oh no. Just running right into the button. Lakey now on match point. I don't think these packets are getting through to Wild at this point.
Yeah, that download, I don't know if it's happening, homie. We're gonna have to remind you when these tabs load. We're gonna have to send you an email. Because
Definitely.
Wild looking pretty good right here. All of a sudden, though, we're looking pretty good. We're throwing around this Baiken in the corner, but Lakey does have tension, but we're getting anti here. That was a gnarly 6-speed on that Johnson attempt.
Absolutely, and getting the wall splat as well, so that way you are guaranteed the hard knockdown. Wild, we've got a pulse. It's a weak one. Staying alive.
That was actually a nuts round right there from Wild. Lakey with the immediate burst. Yeah, you're getting counter hit 5H on the round start against Giovanna. You aren't going to be in a good place. So you're spending that burst. I don't blame you. Good 2D with punishing that far side. Lakey, I think that was a wake-up reversal guard cancel. Wild, unfortunately, couldn't keep it going with the super, so Lakey fighting back here.
Good defensive options being used from Wild, although both players will no longer have burst for the rest of this round, although Lakey just about to hit the 50% mark. Wild, though, big hit comes in. Are we going to get the wall splat? No, but we flip kick and confirm the kill. Wild stays alive.
And that is such a tricky one, too, because like your back is to the wall. You're probably thinking that you're close enough to the wall. Like, of course, they're not going to cross me up. They're not going to overhead me here. You're looking at Giovanna. You're locked in. You're thinking about that option, but your back was on the wall, wasn't it? Nope, not yet. Wild took advantage of that little bit of space to get that cross up overhead. And I mean, I don't know. What I'm getting at is that was tricky. Most of us got hit there. Wild definitely deserves that game. We're looking good here in this game 4.
Yeah, it looks like Wild may have woken up just a little bit. The download in progress right now. Not getting hit by the round start side swap Johnson this time, although you're still taking a little bit of damage along the way. Lakey already down burst as time is ticking away. Wild finally getting the big counter hit. We're going through the wall.
I think Wild's been doing a good job of getting a decent amount of frame traps with the dog kicks and with the 5Hs. Possibly Lakey looking for guard cancel timings, and maybe Wild just being a little tricky with it. You know, at a level to where I can't even see it, you know? I just see the counter hit, of course. And now Wild looking good here. We got the first round here of this game 4. Of course, we're down in points here, but we're up in momentum. Able to burst out of this tether. We're feeling pretty good. You want to burst early, you want to burst often. Lakey got you picked up in these tethers, though. Simple stuff, catching the back dust with the far toss. Lakey has tension to fight with it, but we can get a hit here, man.
Yeah, and a big hit for Lakey as well, sending the fireworks shell. This time, though, Wild, a little bit of life left. Probably just wants to extend this round so that way they have burst if things go south. But this is amazing routing. We're getting a hard knockdown and positive bonus as well. And we got 50% tension left over.
Yeah, I mean, Wild's in a really good spot all of a sudden. Of course, it's either players being one hit into a cancel, and it's going to be Lakey with the PRC to cancel the recovery on Tatami to then anti-air with a parry Wild super. That was nuts, dude.
Insane reactions from Lakey to bring us to a final round, and we can already see Lakey already down on the burst economy. Good block with Side Swap Johnson. Wild, though, bursting on the guard recovery. Now we're playing a neutral game. Neither player wants to get a little too close. Wild, first one to commit.
Oh, nice. I mean, these parries are looking good. When Lakey gets those good parries, it's a sign of a strong round for the Baiken, but Wild doesn't want to let that omen pass. Nice. These cross-up overheads have been powerful. They've been connecting quite a bit. This time the fast red RC is what connects. We got enough to cancel on this overdrive. I think we're close enough to the wall, and I think that means Wild is evening up the score. We're going to game 5.
A download nearing completion at this point. Yeah, Wild, a very good route to make sure that they got the kill, and all of a sudden what looked like a near unwinnable set has been evened up, but you can never count out Lakey.
I mean, Lakey's the one who started this this game 5 off for us. They were the one to get that 2-0 in the first place, so they have what it takes. It's just that Wild right now has the momentum. This is it's a momentum-based character that strike throw, but this is a cool thing about Baiken is that you're so good at squashing that momentum with a really well-placed parry, with a really strong counter hit with those 5 H normal with those H normals with that H Kabari. Lakey right now looking pretty solid, looking pretty textbook on this Baiken. Got that tether applied, got you in these mix-ups, picking you up, closing off the round, getting you on set point. And dude, if you want to learn how to play Baiken, you want to route your pressure, watch that round back, pick up what Lakey was doing, because that was strong.
All right. But this is it. Do or die for Wild. Cannot drop around from here on in. Lakey already off to a frantic start, though. We got the tether. We got the side swap. Yozamson. Now we're being a little tricky. Side swap for another throw. Wild forcing the burst out. This one gets blocked, though. Lakey, a near insurmountable advantage, giving up the burst just so that way they can try and maintain momentum, but Wild gets a big counter hit, has to reset, and gets it. Wild stays alive.
That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. I got to give it to Wild. I mean, both these characters are very powerful. I mean, they're powerful Guilty Gear characters, but Giovanna, especially Wild, piloting her in the scramble is so powerful, and that's why we can get out of these scramble situations on top, evening up the rounds, using that deflection, trying to get some distance back. And we're being preemptive with our normals with that 2D. Lakey, very preemptive as well. Very preemptive with the HCAT, with those Datamis. And in fact, we're so preemptive that we're able to fish in that hit. It's going to be that far slash, and the tick throws come out. We're trying to close out this round. I think that was a safe jump, Squid.
It was, and that's going to be it. Wild nearly completing the reverse sweep, bringing us to a final game, final round situation. But Lakey. But
right,
here we
go. We're playing Guilty Gear Strive out here. I'm joined with Squid. I'm Deke. We're watching Nan against CrimpyTie. Gonna be some Sin Eno to start us off. Nan, she's got some other characters. We may see some others, but she's pretty strong in this Sin. We're gonna try to keep this Eno down.
Yeah, CrimpyTie, one of the only flag bearers for Eno tonight, I believe. I don't think that there was anyone else that I saw in the currently registered players who I know of with an Eno player. But we can already see Nan going to town, taking the first round pretty handily.
And Nan, she's explosive. I mean, she plays the game with high APM. She plays the game like she's getting every sense work. You know, every second she's pressing a button. She's, you know, what am I gonna do? Stay still? I bought the game. I'm gonna be playing it. I'm gonna be hitting buttons, and that's what she's doing right now. We got the sweet spot. We're sending you through. CrimpyTie, you're not looking good.
Definitely not, but... And never mind. CrimpyTie just gonna die. Nan taking the first game. But you can never count out these Eno players in bracket, man. Like, whenever you see an Eno in bracket, you know they are ride or die with this character. They absolutely love this character.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they always got the mix-up in their back pocket, and they got the downplay tweet queued up. They're always ready to hit.
Absolutely. This might actually be an alternate account for Crimpy. I don't think I've ever seen them on a level 90 Eno. It's always like something absolutely ridiculous, I thought.
It could be. I know some players were playing around with different accounts for the ranked placements, depending on how well you did. It changes how many days of playtime you have. Nan, unfortunately, didn't get that punish on the super. So Crimpy gets a chance to fight out here with that PRC. Now it's simple. We're just playing some projectile neutral. It's Nan dancing over these and getting in with that fast BRC, messing up that momentum and getting a hit on CrimpyTie. But it's a soft knockdown, Squid. We're back to neutral here.
Yeah, and CrimpyTie, very brave, sending the tree. Tries to send another tree. Nan ready on the DP, though. And yeah, there's the mix-up. Goes low. Nan securing the kill.
What's crazy is that Crimpy wasn't even ready to block the normal overhead hoof stomp right there, so Nan getting tricky with the fast PRC 2K, and then it still gets blocked. I know Nan's shaking her head at that one, but we still got the round. We're still looking good. Crimpy looking good, too, getting that burst out of Nan's pocket, because we're threatening the wall break, using that 2H defense ability as well. Nan this time getting the punish.
Yeah, a critical drop from Crimpy right there with the chemical love. Nan all over it. RTL coming out, getting the wall break. Crimpy, though, does have burst to work around with. Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Definitely
Now
great
here we
situation there for seconds there, Squid. It looks like Crimpy's going to stay on top of you with that wild assault, but you can't cancel on block any longer, so Nana gets a chance to get out of the corner.
Yeah, but Nan chasing down CrimpyTie. CrimpyTie unable to block all the offense, although has to go for a reset. Crimpy, one more chance at life here. Needs to try and bring this to a round 3. Almost baits out the DP, gets hit on the way down though.
Ooh, and the MLA actually connected right there. Players love to talk about how reactable it is nowadays, but it can still catch it in the neutral like that. It caught Nan, and then Crimpy was able to finish the food. Nan gets the first hit here, willing to spend that stamina to ensure we get that wall break after. This Sin looking pretty good here.
Absolutely, and yeah, CrimpyTie holding on to the burst for dear life, gives it up, but Nan anticipating it, just sends the Tyrant Barrel. A perfect call out from Nan to go with that perfect round. And now, CrimpyTie, we gotta see, what is your response?
We had some strong stuff there from CrimpyTie in general, and we had some good game plan stuff. I really like that preemptive 2H hitting us with that counter hit. We had good mix after the MLA connects. We're active with the notes. We're active with our HCL. We're active with our buttons in general. I think that Nan's been able to bait some of those supers. They've been kind of autopiloted in those block strings, so Nan able to finish our food in that respect. Nan also really quick at hit confirming, using that stamina to ensure we get the wall break, so every hit is turning into a positive bonus. Looking right here, Nan possibly having, one too many Cheetos in that snack break right there. We're still dusting off our hands on the pants right there, Squid. But we're good now. No Cheeto dust in the controller. We're fighting. We're playing it out. We're up 2-0.
Yeah, CrimpyTie giving up first somewhere during that exchange. And Nan already getting the wall break, building up the next tension bar. Goes low this time after the deflect shield ends. And Nan, I'm going to call that one a perfect, even though that really wasn't, just because of the controller malfunction. But we can see now CrimpyTie on their last legs, and CrimpyTie bring us to a game 4. It's not looking great for them right now, as Nan looking for another wall break gets it.
Now Nana, she doesn't have any more stamina, but she still has that tension for that fast BRC, this time able to get the punish on the deflect shield. Not enough to kill, but on the reset, just a little jab to finish it off. Nan, she's going to be moving on 3-0.
Duel 1.
Here we go, y'all. Kensei up against Neptunest. Going to be Kai, Jacko. We're going to see how Kensei's feeling. Momentum coming in is going to definitely be a factor on both sides. Neptunest in a sweet spot here. Definitely wants this win to try to get up on that winner side of top 8. Kensei still trying to qualify.
Again, very important for Kensei to continue playing these matches, no matter what the result of this one is. Neptunest really needs a win to stay in winner side contention. But as we can already see, Sacred Edge to get the hard knockdown after the wall break. Kensei also needs to milk this positive bonus just a little bit for burst. Not blocking the air fireball, and Kensei confirming the kill. Very good round start, or round 1 rather.
Definitely a strong start here for Kensei. I mean, this character definitely run away with some rounds. You get the momentum going, you get a little bit of tension. You keep the mix simple, right? Just lows and 5Ds, but it can be enough backed up with that Red Roman cancel. Neptunest, though, got you beat up with these bots, caught you with that hold up, trying to avoid these throws. But then you get caught by the bot, and now you're getting thrown with this Elysian driver. Nice stuff routing Neptunest here, playing very strong. Kensei still has tension to fight with here.
Using the BRC to pass through the minion and then swiping it away. Oh, but Neptunest gets the hit, able to force out burst, and now Kensei stuck between a minion and the wall right now.
We're getting sandwiched in, Squid. Great stuff there, Neptunest. Was just buying the time, right? Just chipping away, not just at the HP bar, but at Kensei's mental stack. Finally getting that throw leap in, evening up the round, and getting that burst for it also. So we're in a good spot here on this Jacko. Kensei has the momentum in the start of this round. We're trying to get these bots started up, but this Kai is all over you.
Yeah, the minions just not being able to be thrown out fast enough, but we can finally see Neptunest getting a hard knockdown off of the throw, able to summon a minion. We're kicking it away. Kensei, good jump on it, but now we're up against the other wall now. Burst. Is it gonna come back in time? No! The wall splat damage, enough to kill.
No, that's actually so nuts, dude. That's crazy. Awesome wall spot right there from Neptunest. Going to be able to close out that round. Kensei getting his burst, but the monkey paw closes. The knuckle curls. The paw closes. You got your burst while you were wall splat, so you couldn't use it. So we're going to be going into game 2 after a very close start.
Duel 1.
Yeah, Kensei. Again, he can never count him out. Neptunest getting the 2K, 2D, immediately forces Kensei to burst to clear the screen. Now, Kensei got to navigate through all the minions.
Here in the corner, trying to fireball our way out. Both players, in fact, trying to fireball our way out and fireball to jail ourselves in. And Kensei just keeping it simple right here, not just forcing our turn with that tension. Just keeping it simple with these H stun edges. And Neptunest in that downtime leads into 2D and Squid. We're looking good here on this Jacko. In fact, we're winning the round.
Ah, yeah. Neptunest snaking their way through all the offense. And Jeek, I mean, this is looking pretty bad for Kensei at this point. You need to get some sort of round on the board. And having your burst taken before 15 seconds in the second round, not a good feeling if you're Kensei. But sending the DP, able to get the hit.
You were at least able to get Neptunest burst here. So Neptunest still looking good, getting a lot of tension off of that defend command hit, by the way. I didn't realize how much tension it gave you, but everything on this tier super as well. I mean, Kensei, with that burst, if we can get like a lucky counter hit into a round win here, we can be in a pretty good spot where we have the burst advantage at that point, but it's all got to start with a hit, man. And we're active here on the defense. We're backdashing back, but Neptunest gets a hit. Not enough to kill, though.
But last chance for Kensei to try and secure this round, but you have no resources to work with, no tension at all. You're just now getting back your full burst bar, but Neptunest only needs a single hit, finds it. Neptunest taking a 2-0 lead. This is just dire if you're Kensei. I mean, you obviously just want this game to end so that way you can get back into the queue and try and play your 7 matches. And I mean, throwing away a game just to get back into the queue, not what you want to do if you're Kensei. You want to win.
I mean, that's definitely a good point, Squid. Like, I mean, maybe if I just think about it for more than 5 seconds, it's pretty clear. But, you know, my initial knee-jerk is like, damn, is it actually efficient to just, like, hold W here and lose and get back in the queue? Like, do you try to reverse sweep here? I think Kensei's definitely capable of doing it. And you saw a little bit of what Kensei, what Kensei does right when it starts working there is, like, we're just aggressive. We're running up. We're pressing that far slash. It's counter-hitting Neptunest, who's getting tricky and getting creative about how we're throwing these bots. But if Kensei's just running at you with the Fuji arcs with the far slashes, it's hard to keep this Kai down.
Kensei finally starting to get a semblance of a game plan assembled, able to take this first round. But Neptunest, again, playing very well tonight. Got the 3 minions summoned. But Kensei, since the stun dipper, gets the hit and the minions go away.
I mean, Neptunest is getting a lot of freedom to summon the goobers and just do what we want to do. But Kensei, if we just start stun dippering at you, Fuji arcing, running up, just pressing that triangle button, hitting that far slash, that can be enough to say, hey, Jacko, you got to play the game with me. You can't just set up and then force me to play your game. You know, I'm going to stay on top of you. Now, no tension to stay on top of you. You got to use that Wild Assault right there. Neptunest not getting their turn back, so we're building up tension, but we're also building up risk.
Big hit, cashes out a little bit of that risk. Neptune immediately priced into using the burst, but Kensei finds another stray hit, able to put a game on the board. And we can see now Kensei maybe starting to wake up, maybe starting to realize, oh, I need to actually start winning these quickly.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. You're gonna have to do it 2 more times. Definitely a good start right there. I mean, and we were just more aggressive too, right? Like, you know, just whether it's as simple as just holding W or just like capitalizing quicker on Neptune's mistakes, but we're getting on you quicker and we're making you play this Kai game a lot faster than just letting this Jacko get 3 of those goobers out, let those shields come out, let us get creative with these back angles. No, we're stun dippering at you. Great stuff there, Kensei.
Yeah, and we can see the reward as well. Neptunest, no burst to work with, stuck against the wall. Big counter hit for Kensei now, able to get the conversion and the wall splat as well. And now Neptunest forced into the air, but Kensei ready for it.
Oh, wow, great stuff. Using that stun edge there with the bot. Neptunest using these projectiles to zone you out a bit. The red RC, luckily for Neptunest, not connecting as a hit, so able to stay alive there. Kensei only needs 1 more interaction to close it out, but Neptunest trying to fight us.
Yeah, Neptunest wants to try and get this 3-1 win. It would be absolutely massive for her to do it. The Elysian driver doesn't even need the wall to secure the kill. Neptunest now on match point.
Neptunest hitting with the same side. Like you hit on each side with the goobers. Nice DP there. Kensei finding the gap. Neptunest, she's trying to get something started here with these bots. She's using a lot of those defend commands. Kensei able to weave around them though. Gets the burst for his troubles.
Reversal Elysian driver. Unable to catch the extended limb. Just too slow on the call out. And Kensei, it's looking like his round. Neptunest needs to stay alive, needs to regenerate a little bit of that burst. Can only stay alive for so long as Kensei looking to bring us to a Game 5 situation.
Looking good here. Kensei also does have that burst advantage. Neptunest surely will get hers back by the end of this round, win or lose, so we'll see. This bot is starting it off. We got some attack commands coming out. Still have some room to summon some bots, but Kensei gets the hit, using that Wild Assault to keep the string going. Neptunest is here thinking about what she's going to do when she gets out of this corner. Do I get a chance to summon a bot? Well, Kensei's being preempted with these stun edges, so you probably don't get it. Kensei's going to get in here with the stun for red RC. Neptunest has her burst, but you got to use it on the other side.
And again, Neptunest trying to slow down the pace of the match just a little bit, make Kensei have to weave through all the offense as well as the minions. The stun dipper though, going under the bot, immediately reading the burst situation. Kensei confirming the kill, bringing us to Game 5.
Kensei's cracked, dude. We knew that though, right? Y'all knew that?
We
I knew
absolutely
that.
did. If you didn't know it, then you have never seen Kensei play before.
Here we go. My man's gonna try to reverse sweep to get back into that that
queue,
pool
yep.
over there.
Duel 1.
Again, important for Neptunest to win this at this point. Again, the difference between 5-2 and 4-3, absolutely massive for your prospects to make it to top 8. And we can already see a bad start for Neptunest, already forced to burst out, already 60% of your life bar gone. A counter hit trade going in the way of Kensei. It is all Kensei all the time, and it's looking like you've got 1 shot left.
Momentum is definitely in this Kai's favor. Neptunest has what it takes. She was already able to get 2 of those games. She can get 1 more. But it's going to have to be on this other side. Kensei's going to use that Wild Assault to get the positive bonus cranking. Neptunest has all of that minion bar. She's going to be able to start using it with that counter hit to start us off. Kensei doesn't have his burst. Of course, building it up with that positive bonus, has 100 tension on the other side as well. But Neptunest looking pretty good here.
Minion bar fully filled now. Neptunest does have burst to work with, as well as 100 tension. Kensei, 50% tension to try and go for something tricky. Neptunest, though, finds the counter hit. Kensei forced to burst, and now we're playing the neutral game yet again. Good call out on the attempted run-up stun dipper, but Kensei reading the burst situation perfectly. Dragon installs is not enough to kill.
So close, does have the hard knockdown, able to bait up the Elysian driver with that well-angled stun edge, but nice PRC there from Neptunest to get an air throw. Kensei has tension to fight with Switch, but will he get a chance to use it? No! He DIs into die. That is crazy.
I think Sacred Edge might have been the better call for Kensei in that situation, but regardless, we're at a final game, final round. The sandwich already forming. And now stuck against the wall, using the stun dipper again. I think the well has run dry for Kensei. We've got super minions now.
Oh, Neptunest, she's bringing it back here. Definitely has the momentum running, has that positive bonus as well. Kensei will have his burst, will get a second chance here, or can possibly get a counter hit confirmed. But right now, you're getting goober stomped from the other side of the screen. 6P Red RC baits the burst. Neptunest takes that set after showing Kensei a sign of light, giving him a chance. Nope, closes out, takes it 3-2. Strong set.
Tonight we have Timberly and Neptunest.
Here we go, man. Neptunest with a bit, I'm gonna keep it real, a bit of an upset against Kensei earlier. Definitely playing super strong there on that Jacko. They're gonna be up against Timberly repping that OEG tag. Playing pretty hot there on that A.B.A earlier today. Was liking what I was seeing. And this is a bit of a different matchup, right? Can be somewhat miserable for that A.B.A having to fight against those bots. But of course, against any character in the game, once you got that JR and you got 50 tension, you can force that offense. You get the doors, you get the hop kicks out here. Neptunest doing a pretty good job in general blocking them out, but Timberly getting that next hit, using that red RC to de-install, getting that wall break. Strong stuff from this A.B.A.
Yeah, and we can see Timberly full throttle at this point, a full gauge to work with. Neptunest just exploding. Timberly taking the first round.
Ooh, a little bit of a round start RPS diff right there. Timberly actually beating him out. I think that was 2D. I'm not sure. Neptunest dancing around with the oh my god, with the 90 frame shimmy right there. We still get the hit right there, Squid. Strong stuff here from Neptunest.
We can see now, though, Neptunest staggering offense just a little bit, trying to catch Timberly, pressing a button, but we get a big counter hit to send Timberly to the wall, G, and I think we're going through it. We get the favorable bounce, Elysian driver. I don't think it's going to be enough.
Ooh, it's close. Even with the wall break, it still wasn't enough, but that's that A.B.A HP for you. Getting safe jumped on, Neptunest just closing it out with the 2K. Now we're evened up here in the rounds, man. We're evened up on the burst as well. Both of our players got their resources already starting the round off with. Timberly trying to just keep it patient here, just blocking out those bots, but we're checking with the 4-framer, but Neptunest frame trapping it out. Timberly gets a chance to get in, but the burst comes out.
Yeah, runs out of juice. Timberly now in a very bad situation. Neptunest free to run offense at this point. Only needs to worry about the meter build. Donzai, it will not come into effect, at least right now. Timberly, last gasp is not going to help. Neptunest takes the first game.
That was a pretty confident last round there, too. I mean, that Jacko can kind of be that way, right? I mean, I don't know. Against some of those guerrilla characters like the Slayer, the A.B.A, it can be kind of feast or famine, especially when you're playing like kind of like that zoner character, that unique one, like on the Jacko. Either you're going to make sure that they don't get to play the game, they're just going to be sitting there at 0 HP, not being able to do any actions, or I don't know, you're going to be getting mixed. You're going to be getting quadruple overheaded by JR A.B.A running at you with that 5H slamming the button. So we'll see. This Jacko's got the first game. Timberly, we'll see what we got.
All right, but round start already. Neptunest giving up burst. Timberly not far behind. Now in the Jealous Rage. And this is where A.B.A absolutely needs to make the money. Goes for a tricky reset. Gets the hit. But has to go back out. Now Neptunest trying to weave this offense in a way that Timberly cannot escape from, using the door to really stop any momentum at this point. But a good mash out, again, has to go for one more reset, finds the hit. Timberly running this round.
Powerful stuff. Neptunest is getting a little bit of distance back. Much slower round so far, outside of course, getting his bots in your face. Neptunest with just the threat of them gets a couple throws layered in as well. Timberly not looking too great. We're getting bounced around here. And we still got a chance to fight it back. We're trying to be aggressive, but Neptunest with a preemptive button is getting a wall break. In fact, almost got the round off that one. Wow.
Just barely not. And yeah, the 2K coming in. Neptunest not letting these rounds get away from her at all. Timberly, though, and the Jealous Rage. But Neptunest giving up burst, but Timberly right back in Neptunest's face, G. And I think we're going through the wall.
That's a lot of damage, too, with the doors. Neptunest FDing out this A.B.A quite a bit, but we're losing that option to the reversal super, right? We're able to get it out to this throw, at least. I guess that's the silver lining, but Timberly not going to give us a chance to use any of those resources. We're getting a game on the board.
Absolutely, and from best of 5 to best of 3 we go. Just spending the super, so that way there is no doubt about it. Now, what is the adaptation? Only one way to find out.
Here we go, man.
Duel 1.
Definitely a weird matchup. Not one you get to see very often. That's the wonderful thing about this net play bracket, that we actually get to see like literally every character. So it's been great. Neptunest trying to get something started here with these bots. Timberly very active there with that parry. I like that. If you're playing baby A.B.A and you're very quick, of course, you got the hop kicks and stuff, but if you're also using those command dashes and the parries as well layered in, that's cool stuff. Neptunest, however, still taking advantage of that baby A.B.A, setting you through, looking so strong with this hard knockdown.
Absolutely. Now, Timberly got a little bit of a hill to climb at this point. Down on life, down a little bit on resources. Nowhere close to the 50 tension. Jealous Rage slowly ticking away. A bad counter hit goes in the favor of Neptunest. Force out of the Jealous Rage as the meter runs out. And now, unable to continue pressure, Neptunest finds the gap.
Getting this round is pretty strong here, pretty important here. I think Timberly got the round start last time, the round advantage, I should say, and was able to win that last game. So Neptunest definitely wants to get the momentum going up, and it's a good time to do so. We got that staggered close slash catching with the frame trap. Timberly trying to get out of this situation, but Neptunest unfortunately couldn't stay on top. Press into the late active frames of that deflect shield, so Timberly get another chance here. Try to keep the turn going, but Neptunest was ready with that Elysian driver. That's going to be enough. We got another game on the board.
2-1 in favor of Neptunest at this point, but Timberly has not been that far behind. I mean, you gotta take a moment to think at this point. What has been going wrong? Where has the damage been missed? But Timberly, not taking that much time, knows what needs to happen in order to force a Game 5.
Duel 1.
We're heading right back in.
I'll tell you what we need, man. We need some belt to cheeks, man. We just need to be slamming that 5H, getting that install, getting crafty and creative when we get that tension, and some fast hop kick mixes, some fast hop kick neutral skips to get on top of this Jacko. Of course, you can get kind of trapped here for a moment, especially against a good pilot like Neptunest who knows how to layer those bots on top of you. But once you get that install like Kimberly does, you need to get in. Neptunest, however, so preemptive with that 2D, with this Jacko in general, doesn't let Timberly get any chance to play the game. We're on set point.
Yeah. Just a completely dominated round by Neptunest there. Neptunest finally gives up burst. Timberly, good Donzai. It almost has a full Jealous Rage gauge at this point. Now popping, and now should be able to dictate the pace.
We're linking in off that Donzai. Oh my god, no way we blocked that, by the way. We got hit right there for a second, Squid, but it was looking good for a second. Timberly catching out with that super.
Yeah, but the Jealous Rage gauge so low, nowhere close to killing at that point, and now we are out of gauge. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. Neptunest smells blood in the water, but Timberly goes over.
Dude, that was so crazy. Neptunest a little too high on the APM. Timberly caught us pressing just with the simple hop kick. And the parries are looking strong here. The 4-framers to check as well. Timberly so active in this baby A.B.A. Active with the anti-airs on the bots and both on the Jacko, and it's paying off. We got the install. We got the 50 tension built up as well. We can go into that deinstall, reinstall. Neptunest not in a great spot here.
Very low on life, but does have burst to work with. Can get a little bit of tension back here in just a moment. Timberly goes for the burst bait. Neptunest doesn't bite. Last second burst from Neptunest, and now Timberly, no Jealous Rage to work with. Neptunest, can you make the money? Goes for the Kensei and driver. This will be a wall break.
Yeah, not just a wall break, but a hard knockdown, right? Like, we can keep our turn going, and Timberly may not get a chance to press to even get that 1 pixel in, FDing out the special move so that we don't get chipped out. But the 2K weaved in finally catches us. Timberly using that Wild Assault to keep that string going. Awesome stuff there on that A.B.A. We're able to get the game. Awesome stuff. What an awesome way to end the ladder formation, guys. This is one of the last games I think you still are able to queue up right now if you're sitting in the lobby. So go ahead and give it a shot.
2 minutes to do it. Yeah, so this will be these two players' last game tonight. Meanwhile, anyone who's looking to sneak in one single game needs to ready up right now. But here we go. Game 5 already. Burst taken off the side for Timberly. Neptunest not in a very good spot. Has to give up burst of their own, but Timberly mismanaging the gauge.
Able to get a little bit of it back. We're going to a quick install. At least we de-install time to get some of it back, but not enough to go back into it raw, Squid. So we're going to have to build it up or get a key grab in here. We're building up a little bit of that meter in the fast RC with this key grab in. Neptunest does have all of those bots to play with. But the Legion driver starts us off. Timberly was in the middle of that air dash. So strong stuff. Neptunest fighting back.
But a big jump in counter hit for Timberly at this point. Spins the 50%. But a weak super. The wall does the rest though.
That's crazy. I think we got maybe a little bit of extra help on that super because of how little of the Jealous Rage we have, but the wall damage that Squid called out definitely sealed the deal. So Timberly on that set point. Neptunest doing some good stuff here with the bots, especially when that JR is cranking, right? That bar is depleting. We didn't get anything started on that Gorilla A.B.A. Neptunest was able to deplete it and get that Oki started, but nice stuff. Timberly fighting out, using that red RC to install and keep this pressure going.
Now, once again, we're out of gas. Timberly, good Donzai, immediately able... It can choose to go back into the Jealous Rage, gets another solid hit, and now we've got enough time. Neptunest has burst, but the reverse Elysian driver is going to catch. It's a punish as well. Not enough to kill, but the RC immediately after secures it, and we're in final game, final round.
That was actually so crazy. Timberly did have the burst there, could have potentially tried to like smash it in, but wisely held on to it, keeping it for this final round instead. This player, Neptunest, using that blue Wild Assault to try to keep that pressure going. Timberly going to burst out of that pressure to get the install applied. Neptunest with an amazing jab to juggle Timberly around here. We got that tension if we can get some mix. We're going to use it on that throw to guarantee the positive bonus. Timberly force uninstalling here.
Yeah, and now just sends the key grab. Able to work with a little bit more Jealous Rage, but once again runs out. Timberly looking desperately for some gauge. Neptunest playing it so safe. just knows that Neptunest just knows that she only needs one more hit, finds it, and Neptunest ends tonight's ladder with a W. Both of them picking Sin.
Here we go. Oh, is that? Oh, it almost like it was a an emote on the round start, but no, I forgot that Nana gets the Cheeto dust in her controller or something. So I stuck there for a second. Good start here against Kirby, looking strong.
Absolutely, yeah. Although Kirby immediately with a wall break of their own, life bars just now evening up. Both players have had positive bonus for just a little bit. Good DP bait. Nan first one to give up first. Goes overhead this time. Should be able to get the wall break. No! Intentionally drops the combo for the reset. Now the Tyrant Barrel doesn't milk all the damage out of it though.
So close. Kirby with 100 meter can get a little tricky here. Nan, was that a DP startup? I thought we'd be safe.
That was
Kirby's
DP startup, yeah. But the RC down to punish the anti-air attempt.
Dude, that's one thing about Nan's play. No matter what character she's on, great punish on the flex shield. She loves using RC in the air, primarily on BRCs, like or BRC drift downs, fast BRCs that are going to slow you down and get you an overhead hit, or how you just saw how she punished that anti-air earlier. So she's really prevalent at using that exact option. Able to get a good hit to whiff punish Kirby here in the air. Doesn't get a huge combo after, but we're close to winning the round, possibly this game.
Yeah, Kirby does have a little bit of burst to work with right now. Nan getting comboed pretty heavily, but able to find the hit and get the follow-up as well. Beats out the burst successfully. Nan first on the board.
Wow. That was nuts.
What is this room?
Whoa. Yeah, this room is... I don't mind it. I definitely... I mean, oh, so like that little, so he's a Daikon Radish or something, right? Isn't he like an Arxis property?
I think he might be a Daikon or yeah, he is a Daikon Radish, yeah, but he might be more like a mascot. I don't know him from any like Arxis properties.
Yeah, he's like it's like an Arxis like arcade game or something. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, my bad. Okay, cool room. Here we go. We're talking about the Sin Mirror though. And then getting that first game. Kirby we saw earlier in the ladder portion, and they're looking strong. Nan gonna get that 5D to catch you though. Kirby spending that burst, doesn't want to get comboed around too bad here. Nan has the stamina advantage, and in fact, she has the HP advantage. She's beating you up right now.
Yeah, Kirby once again sent through the wall. Nan though, getting counter hit on the approach, goes for a throw tech. Kirby punishes, but now Nan in the driver's seat, chipping away. But a big DP, doesn't get the follow-up, doesn't have the stamina for it, and now Kirby, prime opportunity to make something happen, just gets DP'd.
Woo. Keeping it simple. Having that burst advantage too, you're in a pretty good spot here. Nice counter hit to start it off, catching that backdash. Nan been doing that a bit, both with the 2S and the 5D you saw earlier. Catching Kirby on the startup, has the stamina to cancel here. Tries to get a burst bait, so not in a great spot, right? You spent all the stamina and the tension. Of course, you are still getting the wall break. I mean, I don't know. We're still here on round point potentially. Kirby getting a nice throw to start us off.
Yeah, Kirby needs to stay in the driver's seat for this round right now. Good read on the guessing game that Nan was trying to put Kirby in, and now Nan sent through the wall. Positive bonus for Kirby, trying to get that tension, and should be able to confirm the kill. Yeah, uses the Tyrant Barrel to do it. And another round 3. Nan trying to go for the sweep round start. Kirby just backs off. Obviously, respect given to Nan at this point, but Nan staggering pressure. Kirby pokes out at the wrong time, forced to give up burst.
Oh, and Kirby really active on the 6Ps in the recency of this round. Nan also really active on the DPs in general. But I mean, they've been hitting, they've been working, so.
Kirby very low on health, although obviously situation can turn on its head at any moment. Man finds a big hit, able to punish the dive kick, should be able to kill from here. Does.
So Nan up 2-0 here. Definitely looking really strong in this Sin. And even if Kirby gets a nice comeback here, gets a couple games on the board, you still got Nan. I mean, Nan could hit random select and still have a pretty decent win percentage. I'm going to keep it 1,000,000. So we'll see. But I mean, on the Sin so far, she's looking pretty good.
Also, a little bit of a lore drop for the Daikon Radish. Pro Jumper Guilty Gear Tangent is the game that stars
Chimaki.
Yeah, Chimaki. That's the name of the Radish.
Oh my goat. Yeah, Chimaki, he's like in the 3v3 mode, I believe.
All right, but full focus on what is potentially our final game of this first round of top 8 losers. Nan already in prime spot to take the round, although Kirby getting the back throw. Nan forced to burst out of a bad situation, gets the hit, now trying to look for the burst. Kirby just going to take it with them.
Here we go. Trying to close it out. Nan spending that burst. Kirby still having theirs in the back pocket, can use it aggressively as well. And Nan putting you in a weird spot, already taking away half of that HP with those beak drivers. Going to have 100 tension here to fight with, but it's going to be after Kirby's combo. Good stuff using that 2K to fight out. Whoa, we're getting tricky with the RSPs.
Definitely, yeah, although Nan finding the low hit. Kirby not giving up burst just yet, using the Wild Assault to delay the burst, and now the wall splat, the damage is just too low from the scaling. Kirby has signs of life, but they are quickly getting snipped out at this point since the DP, and no chance to burst. Nan in a clean sweep sends Kirby home.
That was cool. I really like Nan's routing there at the end. You saw a lot of those JPs just trying to bait the bird. Expect to see up here on that winner side. It's going to be ScaryEsquire up against Lakey. A little bit of Millia, Baiken action. Both these players very strong in the bracket tonight. Lakey definitely one of the favorites to win the whole thing, let alone be up here on the winner side. ScaryEsquire, a very strong Millia. Definitely going to be a gatekeeper for some of the competitions here. Strong start from both players.
Yeah, and ScaryEsquire, the only other player that we haven't seen tonight for this top 8. Blocked winger, goes unpunished. Lakey just a little too slow to punish anything, and now ScaryEsquire getting the offensive mix-up started. Never mind, YRC comes out, pushing everybody back to neutral. Goes air-to-air with the Ozanson, and now we got the tether.
That air-to-air Johnson was actually a pretty cool match-up choice there from Lakey, just being aggressive in the air against a character that normally dominates the skies, but Scary was still able to get that round advantage. Looking good here, catching Lakey holding up and converts off of it, in fact. Scary just trying to get another stray hit, dancing around this Baiken in the air, and you see Lakey's active with those 6Ps on the ground, and they are connecting somewhat, just not a big confirm after, so Scary has a lot of freedom being active in the air like that. Lakey can't even get on top of you without the deflect shields coming out. Nice 6P, finally connects, linking that 2K after. It was looking like a good situation for her, but ScaryEsquire ready with that YRC.
Big counter hit coming in now. ScaryEsquire trying to take the lead. Lakey, though, just getting burst back in just a minute. Also has 50% tension to work with to try and YRC something. Back against the wall, now has burst available to them. Sends the YRC instead. Gets the air-to-air counter hit. And now chasing down, goes opposite side with the Ozanson. And we are heading to round 3.
Man, close stuff right there. Lakey keeping his burst there is such a dub. It's not even funny, dude. Finally able to spin it right there. Esquire was going to ladder you to that corner and try to open you after. finally catching you with that Capel down. Lakey act with that 6P, but it's kind of our detriment. I say that as we're getting the 4P counter hit on the other side. So Lakey's still showing that you have to be active with those anti-airs. But if you join this Millia in the air, then there's the threat of that. Scary getting that air-to-air, comboing into the Southern Voices after looking so good here against this Baiken.
Yeah, but you can never count out Lakey at this point. Lakey so ready to just send a parry at any given moment. We haven't seen it just yet. Still trying to keep ScaryEsquire a little bit off balance, but ScaryEsquire just running the game plan. Gets hit by air to Tommy, and now Lakey trying to go for a setup. Baits out the deflect shield, goes run up throw, gets the wall splat. Game 1 goes to Lakey.
Man, what a close one, too. That game 1 was worth a set's worth in terms of the mental damage or the mental gain, you know, depending on who you're rooting for here. Scary going down. Definitely some strong stuff we're seeing from that Millia. Lakey has some signs of life, too, that are really sick. My man is not afraid to anti-air there on the ground. Not afraid to air-to-air sometimes with the Johnson also, which is interesting. So we got some cool stuff that we're using against this Millia.
Duel 1.
Oh, we're gonna find out here in just a minute. Can Lakey take the 2-0? Or ScaryEsquire once again gonna bring us into best of 3 territory. ScaryEsquire already given up first, able to get the wall splat and the wall break as well. Lakey goes air to air once again. I like the bravery from Lakey trying to catch ScaryEsquire off guard with how much he is willing to go air to air.
Oh, nice YRC to get yourself some distance, but the tether actually pulling you back in. That looked like a traditional YRC for a second there, Squid. You know, that was like a preseason, you know, preseason 4 YRC all of a sudden.
Counter hit now, ScaryEsquire. Good block by Lakey, able to block the mix-up, but now you're stuck against the corner. This is where Millia wants to keep you. Goes opposite side. Again, Lakey! So good on the block, just unable to tech the throw at this moment. This time the overhead connects, but the wall damage not going to be enough.
And Scary does have this 100 tension to use. We can get a good hit. It's going to be that set them voices just from downtown. I mean, at that point, the world was your oyster. So we do have that burst advantage to back us up as well. Lakey is being patient here with these Tatamis, but Scary catching your landing, actually. Good stuff here with this Millia. It's going to be that same side that opened up this bike, and we got you here in the corner.
Now Scary trying to even things up just a little bit. Lakey investing a little bit of that burst on that blue wild assault. Scary forced to block all the pressure. Unfortunately gets opened up. Gives up the burst. It's blocked. Lakey firmly in the lead at this point. And this should be an 0-2 lead. So long as the super doesn't drop, it doesn't. Lakey looking undeniable right now.
This Baiken is tough, man. Taking out this ScaryEsquire, no small feat. So awesome stuff from Lakey, man. Definitely wants to keep moving on to that winner's final side. Trying to shut down the possibility of that Millia mirror on that winner's finals, because this Baiken's looking tough. It's looking like this Lakey is going to make that winner's run all the way through this Paragon, unless Scary has something to say about it. Millia's been looking strong in some of these rounds. He's got to finish her through to get one of these games on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, and like you said, yeah, ScaryEsquire, this could easily be a reverse situation. Just if ScaryEsquire was able to finish out the rounds in a favorable way, but Lakey, the one with the 2-0 advantage, gets the perfect on this round. ScaryEsquire, your back is against the wall. And unfortunately, Lakey shutting the door on you at this point. Air to air, Johnson gets the wall flat, pulls out the super. Now you gotta guess.
Yeah, I think Scary did that in the start of that wild assault, which puts us in a bad spot resource-wise. Doesn't have any for the deflect shield there. Gets opened up in that next hit. Lakey confirms with that 50 tension to super. Gonna take this set 3-0. But this is the winner side, mind you. Good stuff there. Lakey's moving to that winner side with a 3-0 perfect. I think I'd make it here. I'm going to go out with a bang. Pulls out our favorite Britishman, our favorite knight of the round table, Axel Lowe. Neptunest definitely going to have to fight out this Zoner War on the Jacko.
Yeah, and we can already see General Gold already off to a pretty solid start. Half health already taken off of Neptunest's side. Already able to get the burst. General might be able to win the zoning war as it stands right now. Spends 50 on the Wild Assault. But now you're stuck against the corner.
Ooh, these bots are beating you up. They're slamming you down. This illusion driver coming out. Neptunest has a lot of that bot meter here on the other side. General is not in a great formation right now. We definitely need some backup plans if we're getting out of this one. Neptunest able to jump over the command grab. In fact, had a bot in hand to try to get a punish after as well. General trying to get in here on this Axel. Very air dash, jump in Axel gameplay. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Neptunest being active with these bots though.
Absolutely, but Neptunest able to secure the kill. GeneralGoldburst. Again, the Axel looks very solid, but we will see. You're up against Neptunest, who is a fantastic player, so the Axel needs to be more than solid. It needs to be perfect right now. Big counter hit already sending General to the wall. General trying to fight his way out, going for a tricky overhead setup. Unable to find anything though, but has screen space. That is super important.
Oh my god, we're so tricky with the RC. I love that, using that 2K on the other side. Neptunest was ready with the burst, saying, hey, you're not going to Twitter clip me today, homie. Any shenanigans, get defensive mechanic immediately. GeneralGoldburst hitting you with that Rensen, that winner cherry. Neptunest trying to get one of these bots to connect. Any straight hit at this point will win the round, win the first game. We're trying to frame trap out this Axel. It's going to be the 6P after the RC. Neptunest claiming game 1 here against the General.
I mean, the General looking very solid again, but solid does not win against Neptunest right now. The question is, though, is this General's main? I mean, I see he's got on the Axel, like, the Axel headband on his avatar. I mean, 1,700 levels. I think this is his main. I think that the soul might have been a secondary? Oh, he plays them equally according to our chat.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. I think that General probably put the soul in the back pocket just so that he wasn't beating his wife. So the burst comes out. This Axel is going to get some space here from the corner. Nice counter hit here on Neptunest. Able to use his defense commands with those bots out. Strong stuff from this Jacko.
Yeah, Axel, or General rather, just struggling. I mean, General is playing fantastically so far. It's just Neptunest able to control screen space a little bit better than General is right now, and we can sort of see the end result. Neptunest pinning General against the wall, able to get the kill confirmed. Now, as we start round 2, General, a good start, already taking 20%.
And Neptunest was representing some of those preemptive buttons like the 6P there a second ago, but it wasn't paying off right there. Was able to get a nice anti-air that keeps down this Axel. And I say anti-air against Axel, yes, I didn't stutter. This Axel is air dashing at you, bro. General definitely very aggressive here on this Axel, and I love it. I'm here for it. Neptunest is really having to adjust how we play with these bots, trying to mortar them down to try to keep this Axel away. Trying to get you with that 2K of the RC on the other side, but Neptunest this time was ready with the whiff coming.
Yeah, we can see Neptunest now trying to chip away at GeneralGoldburst. Goes air to air for the throw, and GeneralGoldburst stuck against the wall, able to poke out, and now trying to buy a little bit of screen space with the uncharged ESR. Gets a big jump in counter hit, just unable to follow up.
Oh man, you gotta be careful about those Rensens, especially the follow-ups, because Neptunest can weave those bots in. Goldburst respecting that, Neptunest taking advantage of it, getting 2 games here on the board. Definitely respecting this Axel pick. I think it is strong. I wouldn't be surprised or wouldn't be upset if GeneralGoldburst stayed on it. We did see that soul earlier. There's a chance we see a swap back. but maybe this Britishman is all we need. We're pulling it back out for at least one more go, if not a sweep back. It's going to be that Axel on the side of GeneralGoldburst, keeping this Jacko down.
Duel 1.
All right. We shall see, can the General lead his troops to a reverse sweep? Neptunest already giving up burst, keeping General against the wall right now. This is not where you want to be. No burst coming out from General. Finally sends it, and it's a gold one.
Ooh, my lord. Oh my gosh. Trying to be aggressive with that Axel Bomber RC to keep yourself safe. Neptunest still bailing back this Axel for a moment there. These bots are all over the screen. It's something scary when you see the defendant command shields below you, in front of you, all over the place. The flex shielding buying you some distance back, but Neptunest was already ready to send the RC. She's sitting here on set point.
Last chance for General to make this into the start of a reverse sweep set. Neptunest has been on point tonight, controlling most of the screen space. General getting some very solid pokes in. Charge DSR gets blown up by the defense command, but the command grab not far behind. But Neptunest, again, hitting General against the wall, breaking through it.
Oh man. Neptunest showing us some cool stuff. GeneralGoldburst trying to get the meaty Axel Bomber there. Actually almost still gets the punish on Neptunest, who whiffed that Elysian driver. A lot of spaghetti all over the floor there for a moment. They're going for the cheer super. It gives GeneralGoldburst a chance to burst out of that situation. And look, the name is fitting. How clean, how beautiful. Neptunest spending a burst right back.
Goes air to air with the momentum. Time slowly ticking down, but GeneralGoldburst getting a lot of mileage out of the 2K2Ds. Goes overhead after the throw. It connects, and GeneralGoldburst stays alive for another round.
Boss already summoned as well. Nice counter hits here from the General. Got the Jacko in the corner. The full charge tornado keeps this Jacko down. No bots on the screen quite yet. Nice 6P that gets him out though.
Here we go, Neptunest jumping over the button. Neptunest gets the side swap, and now GeneralGoldburst in the middle of the sandwich. GeneralGoldburst using the YRC. Neptunest struggling to close out this round. GeneralGoldburst is scratching and clawing. Reversal Elysian driver gets blocked. GeneralGoldburst stays alive.
That's crazy. GeneralGoldburst said, hey, I'm not going out without a fight. This Axel is going to get one on the board at least. And here we are. This is the timeline. We're here for it. All of you in the chat. Seeing a lot of General fans out there. We're learning about this General lore. The Goldbursts are crazy. Neptunest on the Jacko, however, no slouch. She's looking pretty hot right here. Can she get another game on the board to continue on this bracket?
And only one way to find out. GeneralGoldburst has to continue the march to the reverse sweep right now. Neptunest still one game away from closing it out and moving on. Good jump over on the command grab. Able to close distance as GeneralGoldburst goes for another one. Now, E-Driver to go through the wall.
Not enough to kill though. Still got another guess. Goldburst in a pretty good spot here because, I mean, you can do some pretty good damage here, get a few knockdowns, possibly even get that burst away from this Jacko, but no! 2+, we whiffed the throw, the protection kicked in, and Neptunest sitting on set point.
Again, GeneralGoldburst, one round left to play with. Neptunest seems unstoppable at this point. Big wall splat leads to the E-Driver. And the wall break as well. GeneralGoldburst gonna have to guess right here.
Now we do have tension. We can use that. Oh well, okay, never mind. I was gonna lay out some ways that we. No, we're set. A little bit of a team kill, but hey, we brush that off. It's only winner's side, so you're still in the bracket even if you lose this one. But of course, you want to try to get to that winner final spot that fight it out against that Lakey. For now, it's going to be this Giovanna, this Millia.
Absolutely. We can already see bursts already exchanged on both sides. Iho, first one to get a really significant hit and start the game plan now. Actually getting the wall, but doesn't land the Artemis for the break.
We're having fun out here. The YRC gives us some chance to breathe. Nice counter hit. Artemis, Hiho able to convert that into a round win. In fact, dang. We were about to keep that combo going. I wonder how much that actually does. Nice stuff. Nice stuff here for Hiho, getting another a raw hit into a break. We're looking powerful in this Millia. We're making moves.
Absolutely, yeah. And we can already see Hiho. Again, very strong start for Hiho. Meanwhile, Wild sends the gold burst, punishes the Bad Moon. But Hiho, the air grab. Big air
Wild. Not spending this tension quite yet. We're holding on to that 100 tension. Because of that, we're getting some of that chip damage. So that's been playing a little bit of a part here on wheedling down at Hiho's HP. But the next hit goes to this Millia. We're getting the first game down for this Millia.
Okay. So I finally pulled up these two head-to-head. It is 7-1 in favor of Hiho as of tonight.
Whoa.
Like, this is... Wild is going to have to absolutely outplay Hiho tonight.
Duel 1.
Wild.
Yeah, the last time that these two played was at the Mr. Bad Guy's Wild Ride, where that was a 3-2 in favor of Hiho.
Shouts to Medi, shouts to Wild Ride. Up here, we're fighting it out. 7-1, man. Yo, Wild. You gotta lock in, homie. You have a chance to do something really funny here. Shout out to Iho, though. Iho showing up to my locals, hanging out, playing some offline streams, playing some friendlies as well. I'm a little bit biased towards this Millia. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Love what Wild showing us. Hot swing right here, but with the command dash. Oh no, okay, there was still a clip. Not a lot of hits after, right? But we were still able to stay safe.
Absolutely, yeah, and Wild getting the wall break. Iho again just gives up distance, clips Wild with the disc, rides the Bad Moon all the way down the wall break. So we've got 100% tension to work with on Wild's side. Uses it for a YRC, but still gets hit.
And unfortunately, we saved that burst for the quote-unquote right situation, right? But then at that very end, you know, it wasn't wise to spend it, so we had to go into the next round without utilizing it. Hiho about to get his burst back here. We may see an early burst from the side of this Millia, but no, actually a backdash rewards him with a counter hit. Hiho looking strong, getting that burst away from this Giovanna.
Interesting
okay.
neutral being played, and yeah, the negative penalty on Hiho's side. Now, Wild gets hit by the Capel, just needs to lock down Hiho for 1 second and can start offense, but Hiho so slippery at this point. Doesn't get the Artemis for the wall stick, but it doesn't matter. Hiho forced to spin meter.
Oh my lord, why did that deal so much damage at the very end? Yo, the last 20 seconds of that round had my jaw on the floor. I'm gonna keep it a buck, Squid. I appreciate you cleaning up my mess there. I was like, I don't even know what to say. That was a crazy round right there. I can't, also, whoa, what was with all that damage right there from Wild? Anyways, we got a round, and we're trying to close it out, but Hiho crafting it right back. We got this winger applied. We got a lot of damage already on this Giovanna, but Wild will have his burst here in just a moment.
Yeah, Wild. Very bad situation that he's been put in, but gets the anti-air jab, and now just needs to keep Hiho locked down for a little bit. Starts strike throw pressure, flip kick. Has 100 meter to work with as well. This chip is going to be massive. Beats out the deflect shield, goes for a reset, and the tap does to secure it. We're back in best of 3 territory.
Man, that was crazy right there at the very end. Hiho probably taking his hands off the control, thinking that it was over. Wild dropping him right there for a second. Hiho typing in the, dude, I don't know how I forgot this. Hiho Definitely the most talkative gamer in Twitch chat. Let's see, my neutral is nice and awareness again.
Every
Shout out to the
time.
chats, by the way. Appreciate everybody coming through, watching Paragon, supporting Strive, watching some of these. I mean, honestly, no memes. These are some of the best players in the world, man. And we're watching them right here in this net play bracket. That is so crazy.
Absolutely. We can already see Wild winning the first part of the battle. Hiho already giving up burst as we head into this third game. Wild trying to keep Hiho pinned against the corner. This is where Wild has been able to ride out to victory. Good block on the Artemis, able to get a small punish. Wild, though, goes air to air for the throw! And the super to close it out!
Man. Yo, this Giovanna, kind of nasty. Holy moly.
It's looking kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, whoa. That was a really good dash just block there from Hiho against Wild. Trying to frame trap in that dog kick. It did get that hit on the Giovanna. Got this Millia trying to FD block us out, but that's when the throws look good. That FD gets depleted, that tension goes down, and the throws connect. Trying to bait that burst from Hiho, but he's not going to waste it. He's willing to hold on to it, trying to just block out this Giovanna even further. Finally getting that blue burst out, but is it too late? It looks like the far slash connects, and Wild is up 2-1.
It's Wild going to get a rare match win over Hiho. I mean, only time will tell at this point. Hiho, yeah, just riding it out with Millia. No funny business whatsoever. No Anji, no Slayer, no nothing else.
Duel 1.
Here we go. Yo, Eats Flowers, thank you for the $20 donation, by the way. Much love. As potentially this final game of the set, a fast and furious start already. Hiho getting the wall splat, going for the winger for the hard knockdown. 50% tension to work with as well. Bad Moon gets blocked, but we RC to keep it safe. And Hiho, in less than 30 seconds, gets the round on the board.
And Wild holding on to that burst as well. Just taking in some data here at this point. Probably looking for an opportune time to try to spend that. I know a lot of our players up here in this top 8 are not afraid of using that deflect shield as well, so we may be able to see that one. It's going to be that corner steal Capel. Hiho getting some good hits here, but the Septum Voices at an ill time. Wild finally willing to spend that burst. We got Hiho Tix Road up here in the corner. Nice tech to fight back out. It's hard to throw Hiho. Those tech throws are so strong. Tries to get a meaty, but the Tatsu comes out.
Definitely, but Wild, one touch, and Wild is done. Go to control! Goes air to air. Hiho gives up the deflect shield, and now gets air hit from Wild Hamilton. Follow up as well.
Oh man, not enough to kill. No! No bias. But holy balls, that was so crazy, man. It looked like we were trying to get one of those last hits off the 2S, but unfortunately, well, depending on who you root for, that is, Hiho was willing to check back, trade back with that 2P. In fact, we didn't even have to trade, we just got the hit. What a great match there from Hiho, robbing out that round. Now, of course, Wild, that would have just been for one round. That wasn't for the whole game, right? That wasn't for like for the set. So we still had some comeback there to keep going. So, Hiho, it wasn't a total robbery. We're going to game 5. What I'm trying to get at is that we got a close set. Loving what we're seeing. Wild could potentially throw us off the timeline. Hiho trying to look strong, consistent on this Millia.
Absolutely. But this is it. Do or die time. Loser gets sent down to the loser side of the bracket. Hiho actually lands a gold burst. Interesting. Wild, though, finds a significant hit already. Hiho against the corner. Another significant hit. Wild secures the round.
With a perfect 2. Strong stuff there. Wild with the burst as well. Can use that defensively. You may see an early burst here, depending on what kind of hit Hiko starts us off with. Hiko may be looking for that.
A gold burst of its own.
With a gold burst of flex shield, a lot of mechanics used so quickly.
Oh no, getting hit though. Wild, stuck in the vortex now, has to take a guess. 2P finds its mark, although Capel sticks Wild against the wall, and now Wild. Very low on health. PRC down, catches!
Whoa. Oh my lord, using that Septum Voices to close out the round. Hiho now putting us on that final round. Trying to close out this set, man. Definitely loving this one, regardless of who wins. I know either player should be proud of this one, in my opinion. Looks like Wild trying to run this block string pressure. Hiho getting some damage, but able to get out of the corner eventually. The burst comes out to buy that distance back, and Wild gets a nice counter hit to take this Millia to the corner. The burst will be built up here, Squid.
Well, Hiho have an opportunity to use it. Reversal super comes out, but we can PRC. We're trying to chase down. No, just a little too high because of the Capel. We get a straight hit. Hiho cannot burst anymore. Any hit's gonna kill. Wild lands it. It wasn't enough. Hiho pulls the trigger and Wild's ready.
In losers quarters, y'all, we're fighting for a minimum of 5th place, but of course we're going to keep trying to get through that bracket to get a slice of that prize pool. $53 as you see on the screen. You can add that with that Matcherino. I'd appreciate it if y'all can do that for our players. ScaryEsquire, one of those players, getting Gold Bursted back here into the corner, going to Gold Burst you right back, saying, hey, I'm going to keep my turn, homie. Did you forget who the king is? Look at this. We're playing pretty strong here on this Millia. We're trying to get some hits. The YRC buys us some distance with the defense command. Also strong from Neptunest.
Yeah, and this is where Neptunest really can make their money. Never mind, ScaryEsquire with the fast fall. Able to land right in front of Neptunest and secure the kill. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Active with the 6K. ScaryEsquire trying to get you with that overhead from downtown. Oh, showing you there again, but Neptunest this time was ready to block it.
Absolutely. ScaryEsquire already bleeding a little bit. Run up throws the option from Neptunest, and now at Neptunest. The unfortunate YRC. I don't know how ScaryEsquire was 2+ there, but somehow was, and Neptunest able to run the rest of the way and bring us to a game, or not a game 5, a round 3.
Here we go. Of course, we're still early up in this set. It's definitely an early one right here. It's going to be a long one potentially. These characters are death by 1,000 cuts, you know. We'll see at least. Neptunest is going to put you in some good block strings here, depending on how good that defense and how good those mashes are from Scary with that 2P. But Neptunest is going to hit you right back. Going to wall splash you, lining you up with the super as well.
Yeah, post-wall break situation now for ScaryEsquire. Not a whole lot of resources to work with. Still getting hit by the minion toss. Has to spend what burst they have on the deflect shield. And this is a long road to climb to try and take the game. Neptunest, though, takes it.
With a simple mash, too.
Absolutely.
Take that first one. Definitely want to see Scary get far. Definitely, I'm a Scary fan. I'm gonna keep it $1 million. I'm gonna keep it a fat sack. I'm gonna keep it 10 million with you. Definitely a Scary fan. Also a Neptunest fan. Liking this Jacko. We'll see. Repping that Yokai tag.
Duel 1.
Yeah, both of these players. Very, very cool. ScaryEsquire already first one to get hit. Neptunest gives up the burst, not too far behind. And ScaryEsquire just trying to run the Millia game plan at this point, trying to find that hard knockdown so that way they can set up the disc. But Neptunest finds the high hit. ScaryEsquire gives up burst.
Strong stuff right there. Neptunest also able to jump from that throw. Great job deciding
or rather when the throw up these are going to come out, we're going to answer back with our own air throw as well. Neptunest doing a great job keeping this Millia down here in the corner, but Scary getting an inch. They're going to take a mile. They're up in the air now. They're dancing around with these turbo falls. Capel resetting our air actions as well. It's going to be ScaryEsquire closing out the round there, but it was because of that high APM, that quick decision to get out of the corner despite Neptunest trying to keep you down.
Yeah, I'll be real. I don't know if we're watching a game of StarCraft right now or if this is actually Guilty Gear. Neptunest already, though, starting the second round, a blazing start. ScaryEsquire already so close to dead. Elysian Driver, I don't think it'll be enough, but the Brittle Bones actually come into play!
That's crazy. Poor Scary. Getting beat up right there by that Iron Maiden sending us through. Getting a lot of damage. We got some thick meat with some brittle bows, Squid. Some brittle bones out here.
Absolutely. Jeek. I mean, this is looking good for our hero right now in ScaryEsquire. Neptunest does have burst to work with, has 50% tension, finding the hard knockdown. Ace out burst!
That's crazy. Neptunest getting in with that blue Wild Assault, going to keep that pressure going. But it's going to be Scary, going to get clipped by that approaching low. Neptunest all of a sudden in a very winnable spot. We got 100 tension here. Scary going to try to get a straight hit. It's going to be that ladder. Doesn't even need to spend our 50 tension. We're closing out the game. We're getting one on the board. It's going to be ScaryEsquire. Strong stuff.
Best of 3 territory yet again. Both of our players split in first 2 matches. Remember, this isn't for money, not yet. This is just to get to loser semifinal. But man, the way that these two are playing right now, you would be mistaken if you thought this was a grand final. Already burst off the table for Neptunest as we start this third game. I'm sorry, what was that hitbox?
We're getting some throws in here to start us off. Nice cheer super there from Neptunest. Scary needs a lifeline to get out of that corner. We did have the tension building up, but at that point, Squid, we had all the bots on top of us. So much HP bled away at that point. Not around for us. Just go next. Great just blocks there from Neptunest. Not getting opened up. In fact, air throwing us down.
Scary gets the hard knockdown. Trying to start the Millia game plan once again. Gets another one. Tap Dust comes out. Neptunest not looking for it. And to be fair, I kind of forgot that Scary had that in the arsenal as well. And now, Scary needs to figure out how to close distance. Does so. BRC comes out from Neptunest. Gets the hit. Scary stuck against the wall. Has to give up burst.
Oh, tried to whiff punish that super with Septum Voices, but not quick enough on that super. Neptunest has some tension here to confirm this hit with red RC or a super to make us watch that cutscene. It's going to be this Jacko getting game 3. We got that 2-1 lead. We're looking pretty solid here. We're going to try to move on through that bracket to get some of that prize pool that y'all have been contributing to. But ScaryEsquire, if you can take a game, you can take a set. Already able to get one on the board, man. I want to see more of this Millia.
It'll be interesting to see. Can ScaryEsquire bring us to that promised land, that game 5 situation that we all love so much? Only one way to find out. Neptunest though finds a big counter hit. ScaryEsquire forced to give up the burst, and now ScaryEsquire just trying to find a hit. Neptunest though executing the game plan perfectly at the moment.
Nice 5D RC there. That's going to be the mix. Neptunest just keeping it simple, not even using the bots, just using those quick overheads into the RCs. It's going to be Scary fighting back out here on just a little bit of HP here, but Squid on that tiny bit. Neptunest with his tension can surely try to win this round. Now Scary's going to have to keep down this Jacko.
Yeah. Here we go, Jeek. Post wall break situation. Neptunest uses the BRC, but still gets hit. Has to give a burst. Buzzsaw doesn't find anything. ScaryEsquire down to 1 hit. The minion from downtown.
Man, that was crazy. Even as a Scary fan, I gotta give my credit to Neptunest there with the JD, defend commanding, the hair card. That was insane. Good zoning right there from the Jacko against that Millia. Scary clapping back though. Gonna send you to the wall immediately in this round in just about 10 seconds in fact. Neptunest gonna catch you with the same side, gonna take you to the wall. Has the tension built up as well for that Elysian driver, but Scary gets some distance to start us off.
Big counter hit from ScaryEsquire. Neptunest not blocking the right way. Has to eat another mix-up somewhere. There's the disc. Actually able to jump out of it. But ScaryEsquire catching Neptunest. Stays alive. We got another round.
No, that is so wild. Another air throw here from Neptunest. That's like our 4th one in this set alone, I believe. Keeping that Millia down as much as you can. You got to do that stuff against this Millia. You can't let her dance around you for free. Especially because look at Scary, man. Using those Capels, using those Turbo Falls, resetting our air actions, just air stalling all around this Jacko. But you also got to do that. What are you going to do? Run through the bots head on?
Definitely. Winger gets backdash. We don't have any tension to make it safe. ScaryEsquire mashing on the burst. Somehow gets a positive. And now Neptunest pinned against the wall. And we're going through it. What's the situation?
Oh man, soft knockdown, dancing around the air throw, whiffing right there. Scary not having the burst, but having 100 tension. You can't get hit. You cannot get hit again. You're gonna die. You're gonna get comboed out unless you build that burst back up. Trying to mix Neptunest one more time. It works with the 6K. Scary with some swag, closing it out. That is insane. Bringing us this game 5 with the 6K. Nice one right there, Scary.
Okay. Alrighty. We have yet another game 5.
All right.
This one is important.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Whoa. This one is fun. Oh, I love that. Calling the bot but not releasing it. Just doing the attack command while it's in your hand. So it's an anti-air against Scary dancing above you. Neptunest with a strong start here.
Already got the sandwich going. Yeah, ScaryEsquire able to mash out, able to dissipate the minions. I don't think that caught anything. Never mind. The Elysian driver caught something, and now ScaryEsquire one touch away from death, trying to navigate through everything. Somehow gets a backward hitbox, or I'm sorry, I just double caught that. I believe that was JD. Neptunest getting sent through the wall. What's the situation?
That damage was so nuts, bro. Oh man, no bias, no bias. As I saw the tension on Scary's side. Wasn't able to spend it though. It was Neptunest with a well-placed anti-air red RC to close it out. Scary is dancing around you there for a second. The air throws coming out of Neptunest so consistent with that in this matchup. Definitely has some XP against this Millia raid. We're going to keep him down though with another Elysian driver.
Just barely close enough to get the wall splat, or the wall break now. ScaryEsquire gets made. It's all over.
Man, great set right there.
Duel
Both
1.
of these both of these players' mains tonight. And already, Pushigoh getting things started.
Yeah, this is East Coast versus Honduras out here. Shouts to the Baleadas. If you know, you know. And gonna be on this sin. Gonna be a fast RC pickup, sending Pushigoh through the wall here. But no stamina on the other side. We're gonna have to wait for that 50 tension skill.
Goes for the run-up throw, unable to get the disco piece set up, and Nan able to secure the big hit and the first round.
Duel 2.
Here we go, going into second round. Pushigoh, good block so far. Nan just continuing to apply pressure right now. Able to get a guard crush, just unable to do anything after. Disc does find a hit. And now Nan Nan having to deal with a post-wall break situation.
Oh, but there's that B or C down. She loves using those RC drift downs from the air. Nice burst bait as well. Just the micro dash forward, just to bait Kiske into pressing it. And then it was already ready with that dash block. A lot of tension on the side of this Millia. There could be a chance Kiske could definitely be the player to mix this up and actually take this round back. If not, at least take Nan Nan's burst here.
Oh, and the wall damage to do it as well.
Duel 3.
Kiske taking us to the third round of this first game. Nan Nan still has burst to work with though, so Kiske at a slight disadvantage. Able to block it though, so Kiske now firmly in the driver's seat at this point as we go coast to coast.
Dude, that damage on Millia is crazy. Kiske, if you're going to be hit by this guy, you're going to be taking damage like that. You got to be careful on some of these sets out here. Nan Nan learning that lesson the hard way. We're getting hit from each side here, blocking out some things, but Kiske is so oppressive, putting you in so many guessing situations. You can't be right all the time, and it's going to be this Millia taking the first game in this loser's quarters match.
Absolutely. And now, does Nan Nan swap characters? I mean, you realistically, you don't do it, right? Like, this has got to be like a good matchup, or at least a neutral matchup for Sin, right?
Yeah, no, I don't know if a swap is in order here, especially because we were able to take it down that last round. And I do agree with you, Squid. I think it's got to be at least neutral, if not for some reason favorable in Sin's favor. I don't know. Millia did get some love. She's been, there's been some conversations about Millia as of late that's looking at some statistics of how she is represented up in that Vanquisher status. Kiske, of course, always been cooking on this Millia regardless of what patch we're on. They just definitely trying to show us something nice. Nan Nan bursting out of that corner.
Yeah, Kiske getting a very sick hit. Nan Nan recognizing what was happening and giving up the burst immediately, although still being sent through the wall regardless. Kiske, again, good defensive play so far. Good defensive options from Nan Nan. Still getting hit, though, from the side swap. 2K2D. The end result is you are going through the wall.
Unfortunate stuff there. Nan Nan had all that stamina to play with, too, but it didn't have that chance to get the hit. Exactly with these anti-airs trying to keep this Millia down, but Kiske also acting with this close slash, is trying to be very preemptive with that very vertical hitbox. And look, we're rewarded with it again. Kiske, this time going to get Oki off of it, but Nan Nan with a nice DP.
Dash forward. Does this actually get caught by the winger? It does! Unfortunately, that's the end of the combo because of no PRC on Kise's side. Nan Nan, lease on light here for just a moment, has to deal with a mix-up. Doesn't block the 3 side switches.
No way.
What was that?
No way, dude. That was crazy,
this
bro.
This is a Tekken. What do you mean, Kazuya?
No, that was like some go back in time and like destroy your family plot twist sort of mix up right there. That was insane. That was nasty.
Actually, no, I take that back. That was 100% a Kazuya Mishima mix-up. What the hell?
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Here we go. You go into Twitch chat saying block my mix-up. That is just cold. Nan Nan, get a game on the board here. Nan Nan, come on. I'm a Kiske fan, but Nan Nan, we gotta humble this guy.
Oh, it's very hard to humble Kiske, but Nan Nan is gonna have to do his best in order to do it. Kiske already bleeding pretty heavily. Nan Nan, not a whole lot of damage on his side, although Kiske does still have burst to work with. Nan Nan, though, you're getting... What the heck was that?
Oh man, that was some fix me combo right there. But nice dash block there from Nana, gets the punish on Hiho. He was ready with the burst. It's going to be the hair car catching that landing recovery. Nana doing a little bit of fuzzy jumping defense there. Hiho catching, calling it out, and putting himself on set point.
I am actually losing my mind from Hiho right now. Nan though. A good round start using the Wild Assault to immediately bring it to the wall and get the wall break, so that way you got positive bonus. Hiho once again still being sent through the wall, this time courtesy of the Tyrant Barrel. Nan. Oh, gets poked out of the low, and now you're stuck in the blender.
Nice air throw right there. Hiho using that RC to keep ourselves alive, but Nan had the stamina after that DP connect. Even though the second hit whiff, we were able to use the stamina follow-up to close out the round. So Nan with some awesome stuff there on the Sin. Hiho trying to get a stray hit here, active with the JPs in the air, just trying to keep this Nan in the corner.
Nan again trying to bring us to at least a game 4. Able to BRC past the Artemis. That was so sick. And now Hiho trying to find his way in. Nan though putting out the stop sign. Oh no, drops the combo. RTL gonna get punished. And now once again stuck in the blender.
Ooh, nice routing here from Hiho. Gets the corner steal, but Nan was ready with the wake-up throw. She wasn't going to try to hold any mix. She was already ready to fight back there on the defense. Great stuff. She's not just looking for a tech. She got the throw and then got the next interaction after. Nan getting a game here on the board against Team Factor's Hiho.
Oh my god. I'm just looking at chat right now.
Hiho and Nan and Wild and everybody having a little bit of just a conversation here on Twitch.
Dog.
Match
You're kidding me, Hiho.
Duel 1.
You're actually kidding me, dude.
I gotta say, Hiho definitely has to be one of the biggest Twitch chat typers in a set of all time. Also, my man is on Slayer. Now, I did say it earlier, did I not, Squid? That Hiho, I know for this Slayer, as a for fun character, I did not expect to see it here against the Sin when we just lost the game.
I mean, I think that the chat is saying it best. He's in it for the love of the game at this point. Like, Hiho, I wouldn't be surprised if this was just like for shits and giggles, like, yeah, you know what, let's just make things interesting. Let's go to a game 5 situation. Yeah, Nan taking that first round pretty quickly. Hiho, though, a really solid counter hit, already bringing things to the mid-screen, but Nan just throws out the DP. Deflect shield comes out on Hiho's side, so not really much burst to work with anymore at this point. Low does connect, and now we got some loops.
Ooh, there we go. Hiho's got those combos, keeping you down with the massive hammer, but that scoop there had a gap. Good stuff with the back throw, though. Hiho either looking for delayed tech, got the throw instead, and was able to finish his food on set point, on the swap to the Slayer, on the secondary here.
It's gonna be interesting. Can Nan close things out at this point? I mean, Hiho looking really solid right now, able to get the counter hit. First coming back just in time for Nan to save her life, but now Hiho stuck against the corner. Overhead comes out, tap dust combo. And now, what's the guess?
Hiho does have that 50 tension. We'll have to see. We can get tricky with that command step to either side with those dandy steps as well. And definitely respecting that. This is a character you can get robbed by, this Slayer, especially when you got enough tension like Hiho does. It's going to be that PRC keeping these dandy steps safe, but Nan pressed. Hiho does get a wall splat here, routes into the super map, a hunch for the hard knockdown. Nan has the tension here and the stamina, but that's low HP, man.
Oh no, that might be it. Does Nan have the routing? Goes mid-screen, Hiho gives a burst.
But it was a good time because it was during Nan's wild assault. Good Hail Mary there from Hiho. Red RC to close it out. And that's going to be the set to Hiho. Oh my god, that is so crazy. My man was on the Millia playing so good.
Duel 1.
We'll see who's going to try to get up into the biggest slice of the pie of that prize pool. It's going to be these two making up to that winner's final side. Now, they played earlier, if I'm not mistaken, in the ladder format as well. This is a little bit of a run back. And also something, I'm going to keep it a buck. I called it, Squid, that we were going to see these players up here probably in that winner's final. So it looks like Wild and Lakey have done a decent amount of damage to each other. But it's going to be this Giovanna getting the OT right now.
Absolutely, although having to spend the meter, meaning that you don't get any of the bonuses for having that 50%, feels a little bit bad, but I don't think you care about it at this point. Wild, unable to confirm the kill, the Japanese guts!
Oh, that is crazy, and Lakey, you know, has his combos. He's going to finish that food. Wild will get his burst back here, probably. We're spending the super. Lakey was trying to keep the string going, but it was the parry. That was crazy. Lakey on a pixel switch.
Starting up Lakey taking the first round off of a Wild trying to make his way in, already 50% health gone. Lakey now stuck in the pressure though. Parry gets baited, but we have burst back up just to stay safe. And now Wild just trying to make his way in.
Yeah, but Lakey's looking strong here, keeping that S tether on you and dealing you back with those K normals, using those Tommys when we have a second as well. Wild trying to layer in some staggered normals, but Lakey's still fishing in the guard cancel, and that's a tethered 5D route. That's going to be the round here, Squid. Good stuff, Lakey, getting game one, but strong stuff from both these players.
And yeah, I did go ahead and check out the set. That did happen. Wild versus Lakey. It was a 3-2 in favor of Lakey when they met during the ladder portion. So we shall see. Has Wild adapted enough since then? Or is Lakey going to run away with it? Burst already exchanged off both sides.
And something really cool about this format is that in the ladder format, even though Wild lost that game, they're still seeing each other on the winner's side of this bracket, meaning you can still lose again potentially and still come back and win the bracket. So a really interesting way, or rather a possibility on how this can unfold because of that format. Lakey looking strong here though, running up, confirming that wall spot with super. That's going to be this round. Going to the Baiken, but no. With the sliver remaining, Wild can still fight it out.
Reversal super comes in to try and blow up the jump-in opportunity. Connects now, Lakey. Bro gets baited. Just no punish just yet in the 6P or the 5P. Some sort of P coming out of Lakey. Wild. I realized what I said.
That was fire. That was fire, Squid. That was actually godlike. That was like, that needs to go in your reel, homie.
Lakey a little bit behind right now. Wild just dictating the pace right now. Chip is starting to come in. And now, strike throw situation. Baits out the reversal, but still gets hit.
No, dude, that is always the worst moment in fighting game. Like, that is like a rite of passage. When you backdash the reversal and it hits you anyways, oh my god, that gets my blood boiling. Lakey feeling pretty good about it, saying, hey, we take those. We're up 2-0.
And now, Lakey looking to sweep on into winner's side grand finals. Only needs one more game.
Definitely some
What is
words
that?
of encouragement here in the Twitch chat. So if you guys are
Gap
looking
when
to...
she's not fighting Millia, otherwise it's just slapping a toddler for fun and it's pathetic. Wait, what?
If you're looking to learn the complexities and inner workings of the matchups in this game, join us in the Twitch chat over at twitch.tv/ParagonFBC or on the YouTube if you're watching this live. Appreciate you. We're trying to see who's going to make it through to this grand final spot. That's what's on the line here. And Lakey's already got a lead.
Yeah, jump in, Aereo Zonson, sending Wild against the wall. Big hit from Lakey again, not enough to kill Wild though. Does have 50% tension to work with right now. Goes for the strike throw situation. PRC's back. Again, Wild cannot get hit at this point. Does so, and now Wild, one game away from being sent to losers. Lakey only needs this round.
Man, that was so sad because you saw that Wild actually went for the whip punish with the bar slash, but Lakey's PRC slowed it down so we couldn't get it. And now that set point is looking good for Lakey. All we need... Oh, wow. It was the cross-up, but it was the throw that Wild had the delay tech ready for. That was nuts. Has the 50 tension. If we can just get a stray hit or possibly open up this Baiken. But this bar slash, bro, it's keeping us back. That was a nasty angle on the JH. Lakey taking that game 3-0 with a swag-ass JH to close it out. Man!
Duel 1.
Absolutely.
Let's rock.
But here we go, Hiho versus Neptunest. Neptunest has already sent home one of our two Millia players for top 8. We'll see, can she do it again, or will Hiho get the run back with Wild here? Only one way to find out. Already though, Hiho off to a frantic start.
Dude, oh my god, no way we comboed off of S-Disc twice in the same route. You can run up super there, Jesus Christ!
Hiho. Oh, good block of the side swap Artemis from Neptunest, just unable to block any of the follow-up.
Duel 2.
Awesome stuff. Io has that burst though, acting with the 2H as well. Trying to be preemptive about some of these bot placements here from Neptunest, who has some pretty interesting angles here, coming in his bots and using this creative normal to try to keep that Millia down. You gotta be pretty active at doing that or else he's gonna dance on you. We're dancing over to this corner, trying to get that link to the close slash, but looks like it's gonna be Neptunest getting hit by this red RC. Doesn't get the chance to spend the burst, and Hiho sends you through.
Absolutely, Hiho. Again, firmly in the lead right now. Neptunest has to burst after a significant hit, but Hiho confirming the kill, takes the first game. And that looked very one-sided.
GG's for that first game. We're going to see what we have in store for the rest here. Hiho definitely a very strong player. We're going to see if he's just going to try to close it out quick and try to get back up to those run backs. Of course, because after you win this game, you're going to be going up against Wild, of which Hiho had the fight in winners finals, or winners semi, excuse me, already.
Duel
So
1.
Hiho trying to get that run back, man.
Absolutely. But here we go. Game 2 already starting. Neptunest already back against the wall. Hiho continuing the Millia offense, gets a favorable counter hit. Neptune forced to burst, but Hiho catching the corner escape.
Ooh, routing into that S-Disc once you link that close slash after, and that's actually enough to kill, bro. This Pixie does damage. That is nuts.
Absolutely insane. And yeah, Neptunest looking a little lost right now. I mean, you were able to take down ScaryEsquire, but this is Hiho that you're talking about. All right, but still no way.
Yeah, that was so tricky. Hiho, unfortunately, couldn't get that close slash OS, so that first routed in from Neptunest. The 5D connects. We didn't get the RC after. We probably weren't confident we didn't have the tension ready in time. But the winger comes out on that whiff normal. Not close enough to hit though. Neptune is still alive.
Yeah, Yeah, and this is a gift from God for Neptunest right now, able to bring out the super minion. We've got another super minion on the screen right now and able to get the hit.
Oh man, that was tricky too. And Neptunest didn't just go for an immediate summon of the bot, was giving a lot of respect to Hiho, probably looking for a good time to press in that cheer super. And Neptunest actually with some well spaced and staggered out close at that round. And we're looking pretty good at the start of this one as well. We got those bots summoned out. We're dancing around this Millia despite being in the corner. We're actually stealing it back for ourselves. Nice hit on that Artemis. Hiho trying to get in and get something started.
Big anti-air hit coming out from Hiho. Neptunest back against the wall once again. A big counter hit. And now we should be going through it with the winger. Yes, we are. Not dead yet, though. Neptunest does have burst and 100-meter as well. No chance to use it. Hiho takes a 2-0 lead. And I think we're getting that team factor team kill run back.
Much closer game 2, man. I really loved that game. Game 2 as well, I should have said. Definitely loved what we were seeing there. Of course, Hiho was able to get that lead, get that score on the board. But I don't know, man. Neptunest looking so good. Definitely loving what I'm seeing. But Hiho, man, when we get a hit, any of these stray hits, we're taking away half your HP, we're routing into Oki after, we're stealing the corner after, we're doing crazy stuff, and we're getting another one followed up.
Yeah, but here we go. Neptunest off to a much better start this time. Hiho already down to the last 40%. Neptunest getting another big counter hit. Hiho forced to use burst now, and Neptunest back against the wall, but in a little bit better state than they have been these last 2 games. But the Capel!
Ooh, good throw right here. Hiho with a very deep layered throw. Finally getting a lot of damage here on the Neptunest. Something needs one more to close it out, and it's going to be a very tricky neutral skip air throw there from Hiho. Awesome stuff using that PRC to be tricky and close out that round against Neptunest. And now we're on set point.
And Hiho making this matchup look easy at the moment. Neptunest, though, finally able to get some offense started. Big jump in counter hit leads to the Elysian driver wall break. In the post wall break situation, it's not terrible, but getting counter hit off the minion toss? Oh, that is it.
Ooh. Nice Elysian driver right there. Neptunest going to even up the round. Still set point for this Millia, but we're looking strong out on this Jackal. We've been getting stronger as the set has gone on. So Hiho definitely, I mean, just winning one more means we win this set, but in your favor, you need to hurry up and win this one because Neptunest is looking stronger by the second.
Absolutely. Neptunest kind of trying to work on a perfect right now. Never mind, Hiho does find the hit. Capel connects. We're going for a wall slump reset. Now, are we going to go coast to coast? No, the burst is actually going to interfere with that. Now, playing some neutral. Another big counter hit. We're trying to go to the wall. Stray hits racking up against Hiho, and Neptunest able to finally put a game on the board, stays alive.
That was so awesome to close it out there. Having the bot already ready to catch the rebound after you anti-air that Millia, that was a sick way to finish the round. But I mean, what led up to that was Neptunest with some pretty well-placed zoning in general, keeping that Millia down. Hiho wasn't able to try to get in with anything raw there. Neptunest was too good with the anti-airs. And, I mean, I don't know. They deserve that game. We're going to have to see what we can do here. Hiho with a very strong 2 that we already got on the board. But Neptunest getting stronger by the second. It's going to get harder here, I think.
Absolutely. And I know if Wild had the option, I think that Wild... Well, it's tough to really tell who Wild would really want to play. I mean, against Hiho, it's one of, if not
Giovanna's worst matchup against Jacko. You might have a little bit better opportunity, but we can already see Neptunest off to another amazing start. Burst already exchanged off both sides, and Hiho bleeding heavily.
Ooh, and it's going to hold up as well. The bot's going to slap you down for that one. Nice pickup after that JD, though. Hiho linking after that S-Disc as well. This is a really good spot to be in. You're not going to be able to kill here in this corner unless you throw loop a bit and keep this Jacko down. Nice corner steal, but active on that 2S. The Elysian driver connects, and Neptunest takes this round.
By the way, thank you, Guilty Ear Reloaded, for the 14-man raid. Much love. Hope everything was good over with the tournament. We head into the second round. Neptunest trying to bring us to a Game 5 situation. Hiho only needing this game in order to get the run back against Wild. Hiho. Very good defense. Able to get the throw tech, but the air throw comes out. Hiho finally gives up a gold burst. Now able to start some offense.
Ooh, tricky offense too. That was a nice cross-up right there. Opened up on Neptunest, and the same side Artemis can be tricky as well. Hiho very strong at routing around those, or at least incorporating those into our pressure. You get a lot of value off them, and Hiho has been very powerful with them. It's going to be the hard knockdown here. You don't get anything too flashy. Just that IADJS that Hiho showed off for a second there. You got the 50 tension. It's going to be spent on this S-Disc, but Neptunest ready with that Elysian driver. That's a lot of damage. It goes up to the wall. Not enough to kill, but one more hit. It's going to be the Squid. Neptunest bringing us to Game 5.
And we have gone the distance. What looked to be a open and shut match for Hiho has suddenly turned into a tie match with one game left to play. And Hiho not switching this time, sticking it out with Millia. Neptunest, I think the download might be complete on her end. We shall see.
Definitely getting stronger as that set's been going on. We'll see. We got that bot already established, but not relying too heavy on it. Neptunest pretty patient, right? Like not just trying to force the Eiffel Tower right away. Just getting a straight hit, saying I'm not ready to get this bombo going. And in fact, we're keeping it simple. It's just gonna be some strike throw here. It's gonna close out this round on Hiho. Look how close we are. The 5D is the mix, and Neptunest all of a sudden on set point.
Duel 2.
Neptunest has looked so solid with their back against the wall. Now it's Hiho's turn. But Neptunest going air to air for the throw. Hiho has to take a guess somewhere. Jumps back, unpunished, and now able to start offense.
Ooh, nice. And the fast RC to give us this Oki here, but Neptunest with some really great defense, able to block that cross-up regardless. Hiho's trying to do something. I mean, I would have got hit there. I think a lot of us got hit there, but Neptunest not going to be hit in this clutch situation. In fact, going to put us on a last touch guess for game. Gets it on the throw. Neptunest moves on 3-2 in a very close set. Awesome stuff here.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Here we go.
Wow, looking pretty good here to start us off. Neptunest was ready with that burst to push us back. We had that tension to fight with. We can get a straight hit to start us off, but Neptunest was ready with that anti-air. The bot was already lined up to follow up as well. The straight hit will look strong here, but it's going to be that cross-up overhead Wild representing that option already.
Wild off to a very good start so far, yeah, and able to secure the kill from there.
Duel 2.
And we'll get the first round on the board, but can he convert it into a first game? Neptunest having to eat all these spiral arrows. Unfortunately, they are safe.
gets a counter hit, and Wild immediately gives up the burst, and now, once again, we're back in the same situation, back against the wall. Wild continuing to run the game plan, gets a hit, has to reset. Now, space being given, Neptunest takes it.
And we're trying to close it out. It's going to be that 2D Wild finishing up this first game. First, using that spinning bird kick super to push back this Jacko. Was ready with the 2D right after. Wild chipping you away, being pretty aggressive here. Now, you can play around those bots with that 2D, getting past them with that dog dart as well if they're coming at you, getting hit towards you. So there are some interesting ways to play around in this matchup. We'll see if Wild can do more of that to progress through this set.
A lot calmer of a round start this time. Neptunest trying to set up the minion. Wild does not let it happen. Neptunest already giving up burst after Wild getting a big counter hit. And Wild once again finds a good hit, able to route into the spinning bird kick super.
Oh wow, great jump timing right there, but Wild was ready with the PRC and the DP after to try to punish that falling jump north from Neptunest. Nice kick throw to keep this Giovanna down, and a whiff punish as well with that PRC. Neptunest very good with these system mechanics to try to get some punishes on this Giovanna. Wild is looking for a chance to fight out of the corner, but we're getting opened up, we're getting frame trapped by the bots, trying to spend that super just to get something started, and it beats the bots, but it gets punished by the Jacko. You got to spend the burst to stay alive.
Wild getting anti-aired, unfortunately, on the approach. Has one more chance, though. Did this get baited? Yes, it did! Neptunest taking the lead in the second game.
And that was close, too. There was a chance I could have chipped, possibly. The Neptunest luckily getting away with that one. With some well-placed baits, of course, able to save up there on the 2-point first place. Now we got this Giovanna down. We got them in the corner of the screen. The kick throws come out with those bots. We got the cheer super applied as well. Those bots are going to be dwelling on the screen for a second. We got all three goobers globbing on this Giovanna. They're trying to get up out of the corner, but we can't, man. We got the tension. We're trying to FD it out. The YRC gets blocked, and Neptunest gets game 2. No, unfortunately couldn't get the hit between the air tech, but the throw cleans it up.
That could have turned south so quickly for Neptunest. Thankfully able to get the better of the scramble there at the very end. And we have entered best of 3 territory yet again. Wild, I don't think has a pocket to try and pull out against Neptunest, so sticking with the Giovanna.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Here we go, getting 5K back. We're trying to get that dash far slash in to try to whip punish down this Jacko. And I like how Neptunest is starting off those rounds. Isn't too aggressive, try to start off the bots. Is only aggressive calling them in staggered when their opponent is in the corner. So he's been playing pretty well with that option. Wild bursting out, getting rid of the bots, getting some throws here in the middle of the screen. Nice block on that cross-up overhead. Wild with a lot of tension here, Squid, but we got to get a hit to use it.
Absolutely, using spinning bird kick. Neptunest too high though. Wild forced a PRC to stay safe. This is not a great situation for Wild, but able to get the throw, able to start the offense. Goes for a reset, gets it, should be able to kill from here.
Well, the silver lining is Neptunest did just get her burst.
Absolutely.
Here, potentially defensively or offensively trying to set up some of the spots. But Wild doing a good job of just dancing around these bots in general. I mean, even the trades are worth it, right? We're able to get rid of the bots and try to get this Jacko knocked down, and we're presumably getting rid of some of that bot meter as well. Neptunest in a pretty good spot if we can just wake up and summon some of these bots. The Wild's on top of you, so oppressive with those fast RCs, trying to keep this tension up. Neptunest fuzzy jumping out of the corner. Wild cannot keep this Jacko down, but we're getting stray hits here and there.
The dive kick super thankfully has a little bit of recovery, so that way Wild was still able to at least trade, able to find the able to find the last stray hit in order to close out that life bar, and with it, take a 2-1 lead. But there is no lead safe from Neptunest tonight. And reminder, no matter who wins, has to fight Lakey. This is it. Neptunest needs to win 2 straight at this point. Otherwise, Wild gonna get that rematch against Lakey. Already off to a great start. Yeah, run up throws the option, gets another minion set, another run up throw. Wild chooses to burst. Now staggering offense, goes for the forward throw. Another forward throw.
Oh, and we're active with those defense commands as well. Probably trying to call it maybe a dog guard or much more aggressive option from the side of Wild, but no, we were just patient, closing things out with that Tatsu. And now we're on set point. Neptunest won't have her burst here, or she'll probably get her burst towards the end of this round, depending on how Wild routes his offense. We're looking good here. We're about to close it out already, Squid.
Absolutely, yeah. Wild has found the next gear needed. Neptunest, realistically 2 touches away from dying, has to give up burst immediately upon the first touch. Wild, though, getting backbone, stuck against the corner. Neptunest in a fantastic spot, spins the 50 for the Elysian driver.
Hard knockdown comes out. Wild does have some tension here to fight with. It's going to be that 2K, but the 2D gets blocked. Neptunest spends that burst to get some distance back from the Giovanna. A lot of tension on both sides. We need a chance to spend it. Able to super through those active bots. Neptunest has that 100 tension. She's doing some great backdashes here. Piercy to keep ourselves safe. Wild trying to stay aggressive. The throw comes out to close it out, and we're moving to the grand finals for the run back. Wild. So how fitting that they end up getting here at the end. And I called it Squid.
Absolutely. And here we go. Wild already gives up burst, so that way Lakey stays in the corner. Lakey throws out the parry, catches a button, gets a side swap as well, but Wild gets the jump in.
Oh, wow. Yep, parry early, parry often. Lakey trying to get in your head with that mechanic. Canceling early into super, closing out this round, looking strong.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Round start. Both players get mutual respect at this point. Wild goes for the run-up throw. Another run-up throw. Lakey backdashes the 3rd attempted run-up throw and able to get the corner escape. And now Wild has the tether on him. Forward throws the option. What the heck? Another corner steal?
What the heck? Good super right here. Lakey not going to be enough to kill for this GER tag wearing Baiken. But going to look good to kill after with that parry. We're getting the first game on the board on this winner's side of grand finals. Strong stuff here, Lakey.
Yeah, and this is just a tough one no matter how you slice it. Again, the first time that these two fought against in the ladder, it was a 3-2 in favor of Lakey. When these two fought for winners finals, it was a 3-0 for Lakey. Wild needs to not just win 1 set, needs to win 2. And it's looking very difficult right now, but this round start for the second game, very favorable.
Yeah, Wild's looking pretty hot right now. We got some good stagger, a couple throws, recipe for disaster against Lakey here on a pixel. Still has a chance to fight back. Would be nice to get Wild's burst here, if not, of course, win the round, but no, had a mountain to climb. Good match there from Wild, getting out of that situation, looking strong with this round, please.
Absolutely, and Wild able to get the better of the round start again. Lakey, though, neutral jumps and gets the counter hit. Wild gives up burst, and now we're playing the neutral game again.
With the Tommy bouncing off our dome right there, keeping us down. We do have some resources on the side of Lakey with that 50 tension. You may see some Neil Johnson fast RCs in your near future. The Knicks does block for a moment. And Wild, stay on top, you're trying to shimmy as well, but Lakey just waking up, pressing buttons, and it's paying off.
Absolutely, and yeah, there you said, Johnson, RC down, Wild just spinning bird kicks, and now a totally winnable situation for Wild. Spins the burst on the deflect shield, but no! The tether not going in Wild's way. I like the idea, but Lakey with the anti-air. But a great round start this time as we head into the final round of the second game. Wild needs to be careful, does not have burst to work with. Lakey gets a good funk slash, has to give up burst though.
And we're getting threatened with that danger penalty as well. Wild holds that back button, has to be a little bit more aggressive. The system mechanics are telling you to at least. Nice DP routing here for Wild. Going to go into this top two. Lakey's going to be hurting here on the other side. We do have that 50 tension. We do have a deflect shield potentially. But a back throw, it's going to be a delayed tech turned into throw here for Lakey. Puts us in a good spot.
Using the parry for a little bit of meter gain, and then the super as well for the wall break. Wild does have burst to work with as well as 100% tension, so any hit's going to deal a lot of damage, and Lakey gets blown up!
Gonna be Wild here getting game 2, getting 1 on the... You can't count this Giovanna out. It's going to be a close one regardless of who wins, looking at their previous records together. Just tonight. I mean, if there's anyone who's going to take down Lakey, it's going to possibly be Wild here. And they already got a game on the board to show you it's possible.
Yeah, but again, you don't have to win just one set against Lakey. You've got to win 2. And that has been very difficult. Again, Lakey only dropped 1 set all night tonight. Round start goes in the favor of Lakey. Already Wild giving up burst. Lakey, oh no, gets whiff punished. And another big counter hit, has to give up burst.
Oh, great stagger there from Wild. Actually baited out Lakey's guard cancel attempt. One time with a whiff punish, another time there was just a throw as a punish. So we're able to get in Lakey's head a bit with that defensive mechanic. We are seeing back to see that 6P not fast enough to whiff punish, but frame trapping you with that 5H. Wild getting this round here.
Absolutely. Wild starting to string together some round wins. That is an absolute savior for you if you are a player, being able to string together a couple of round wins as well as a game. But Wild getting absolutely run over in this situation. The side swap setup as well. Lakey just all over Wild. It is a perfect round as we head into this final round again.
And that Baiken, when they got the momentum behind them and a little bit of RC and some good execution, they can be annoying. So Wild fighting right back after Lakey doing very strong stuff that last round. Is Giovanna going to try to keep this momentum up? Of course, Wild was last time to get a game. Has that tension in his back pocket. It's going to be corner stealing right there. So close to steal that corner. Lakey probably didn't expect that one. The flex shield to get you some distance. Nice throw afterwards.
Baits out the parry. And now Lakey, realistically, I don't think you have the life to burst react. I mean, you've got the Japanese gut, so maybe it's possible. But Wild uses the deflect shield, double BRC, trying to bait something out, just goes for the throw!
Man, that air stall was so awesome from Lakey, though. That JD is a very tricky from Baiken, just for that exact purpose that Lakey just used it for, to try to get a little bit away from Wild, who's probably trying to line up an anti-air or like a rising air throw or something along the line. So Lakey doing some cool stuff. Wild, however, being very patient and going for the throw on the ground, taking advantage of that air action recovery frame on Lakey's side. Strong stuff, strong round start here. We're trying to get something started. Wild all of a sudden threatening this grand finals reset.
Absolutely. That is something that probably hasn't come across your mind if you're Lakey, just looking at the scorecard. You're probably looking at it just like, wait, no, this can't be right. And Wild already starting to strike, throw, offense, good backdash by Lakey, pulls out the shell, and Lakey gets first round on the board.
Hit you with the Glicky right there to close out the round. Lakey wants to try to get this momentum back. And still potentially win this entire bracket without losing a set, at least in the top 8 form.
Wild trying to bait something out, unfortunately gets hit by the button. Burst gets baited. It's all tied up. We're heading to another game 5.
That's kind of how I expect these ones to unfold, Squid. These ladder brackets, right? Some of those early games, especially like fighting for 7th place, no disrespect, are probably going to be a lot less close. Probably going for like those like game 3s, 3-1s, whatever. But then once you get up here, these are players that already have to play each other probably in the bracket, in the ladder bracket. They're probably doing a run back set. We know that these players have fought 3 times in this bracket alone. They're definitely going to be so much closer. Loving what we're seeing right here. Wild potentially could bring us to this grand finals reset. Or is Lakey going to close it out here without dropping a single set in this top 8 bracket?
Wild already being bounced around thanks to the tether. We got a reapplication of it as well. Good standing block on the Aerial Zonson. Another good one as well. Wild finally gives up first just to get the tether off, but Wild stuck. And that isn't it. Wild, one final breath.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Wild here with 100 tension, baiting out these guard cancels, these parries, the cross up overhead. Unfortunately, didn't get the combo after. That is so sad, but it's okay. It's all right. You're still in the tournament. Lakey is on tournament points, but Wild is in this. You got that S tether. Great mash to get away from this Baiken. Good defense after as well. Lakey very active with these 6Ps, but with these whiffs, Wild, this is a good punish.
Yeah, Wild daring Lakey to make the approach now. Lakey, again, just trying to find an opening, and Wild closes the distance first. Able to catch Lakey off guard just a little bit, and now we're playing a little bit of the strike throw. It's a strike this time. Spinning bird kick comes out. That is enough. Final game, final round. Will Wild reset the bracket, or will Lakey send us home?
That is so crazy. Oh my lord. Can't believe that killed Baiken of all characters. Oh my gosh, that was insane how much damage that just dealt. And we're dealing some more right here. Wild using that burst to keep this Baiken down, to keep the momentum going, but the frame trap actually gets parried on. The Tatsu will beat this Johnson. Not close enough to get the wall break, but Lakey does have 50 tension here to fight with. We just need a well-timed parry, but Wild so good at frame trapping out. Try to bait the burst, but the PRC slowdown. Lakey actually gets a combo after this one looks optimal. We get the cross up.
It's one touch from both sides. Lakey fights the air throw first. Lakey wins tonight's